Okay, but
I
like
need
share the.
to make sure first. That's what I need to look at that first. It's on YouTube this time instead. Not yet. Hold up. Please don't tell me it's still on Twitch for some reason. No, it's not.
Is it not working?
Just give it a second.
Oh, you're live.
I am? Okay.
Yeah, gonna see how it looks.
Hmm?
I'm just gonna check how it looks.
I am live because, like, my thing doesn't really show me live.
It says you're live on here.
Oh, okay.
I'm waiting for I'm waiting for YouTube to load because I'm in my room, which is terrible Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it says I'm live, but, like, it's just checking my channel. It's
yeah,
not
it says
showing.
you're live. It's just we see your screen. We see your
yeah,
screen,
you see the OBS. You see the OBS. I can. I'm going to take that off. Don't worry about it. It's not showing up for me, so it's kind of concerning. I just see the thumbnail for my Let's Play.
Yeah, I just see the screen, and then inside of it we see the same screen.
You see another. What about now? What about
now?
What about
it's
right
like
now?
a tunnel.
What about right now?
There's some stream delay, so I'll wait for a second.
It's yeah, it's delayed, but who cares? Oh wait, there it is.
Still?
I don't know why
Okay,
it's
there we go.
I don't know why it's like before some of my Conquer videos. I don't understand. I don't get why.
I
but
didn't check that.
it's just my channel. Who cares? So I was playing video game, and I said, hey, why don't we do like some kind of tier list, because Paper Mario has been on my mind a lot recently. You know, it's just like the announcement of a new game. Like, even if it isn't like 100% like what I wanted, like, there's still some excitement there. So like I kind of want to like rank every single chapter that the series has had up to this point. So yeah, from 64 to Color Splash. Well, Color Splash is technically Worlds, but like, you know, stuff.
Yeah.
I'm joined by Mr. Coops Trooper as well.
Hello, that's me.
Also, I got
tier list.
Woo. So shout outs to him. I might link a template in the description.
Yeah, go ahead and link the template.
Maybe I'll do that after. Who cares? All right. So do you think we should go from 64 to Color Splash?
Let's start with the 64 stuff.
Because we're gonna do like 4 games. We're gonna do 4 games where we're both talking, and then Color Splash is just gonna be me talking.
Yeah, I haven't played Color Splash.
With you saying, "Wow, that sounds good," or "Wow, that sounds awful."
Yeah.
Because I've been playing.
I can't put out
my
opinion if I don't know anything.
Yeah, I've been playing.
I know what the game is, but I haven't really played it.
Well, you know what happens in it, obviously.
I would
everyone
recommend
knows.
making more tiers than that.
Yeah, I'm gonna make an E tier actually. Hold up.
The one that I made, that's like a preliminary one, has 7 tiers.
All right, so this has 7 tiers.
I'd like to make like an SS
and
like
yeah.
Because I made an SS tier because like most of the Paper Mario chapters are really good.
Yeah, most of them. Besides the last two games are just kind of sus with them.
Yeah. I mean, there were some decent chapters in like Sticker Star and
Sticker Star is like, well, we'll talk about them.
Like, chapter 5 of Sticker Star wasn't that bad.
All right, I hated it, but I can respect your opinion.
I mean, like,
this is gonna be like a tier list.
Like, it was kind of mediocre. I'm not saying it was good. I had some fun during it.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be based on both of our opinions, so yeah. All right, so I guess we should start off with the first game.
Wait, how many tiers do you have? Do you have 7?
I have 7. I have S, A, B, C, D, E, and F.
Okay, makes sense.
So let's start with storming Koopa Bros Fortress. This is I think that while this chapter is like really short, I actually really like it for the most part. I think it's a good introduction to this game.
I think it's a great introduction to the game. It gives a tutorial.
Yeah, it's a good. Well, the prologue is a tutorial. Like, we're not counting the prologue.
The prologue is kind of a tutorial. But I mean, this chapter is also kind of a tutorial for most of it.
Well,
it's crazy easy.
It's really easy. Like the boss is easy, but like it's like meant to be easy for the most part. I think it's a decent amount of difficulty, and there's also like other things you get to do there. Like Koopa Village is really cool.
Yeah, I mean definitely the whole chapter is super charming.
Like
I love
the fuzzy
characters.
infestation is like really funny. I like that you get two partners in this chapter. Besides, I mean, you usually get one until you reach like chapter 6 or something. But like in this one, you get like two. You get Cooper and Bombette, which is
This is a
really
little unrelated, but maybe we should make an SS tier for like stuff like chapter 3 from Thousand Year Door.
Actually, yeah, sure. I'll then 8 tiers. We'll make 8 tiers.
Yeah, we'll do 8 tiers.
But yeah, I actually think from my most recent playthrough of Paper Mario 64, I think that while chapter 1 only took me like 45 minutes to 50 minutes to beat.
And chapter 1 is very quick.
Yeah, it's really quick. Like you can beat it in like under an hour.
I mean, but it introduces you to a lot of stuff like the new more badges.
Also,
you have to start using at least like some strategy. Like you get like stuff like Hammer Charge, which is not like a really good badge. But it can be used for a lot of strategy with like the defensive enemies later on in it, which gives you more damage output. I like how like they subtly inject more complicated aspects into the battle system while not being too hard.
Also, to be honest, I actually really like how the chapter isn't that long because like it doesn't drag. I think that's that's a problem.
Drag. It's always fun.
It's a problem with some chapters.
It's never like a drag. It's exactly what you said.
The problem with some chapters. Because they're like some of them are like really long, and some of them don't deserve to be that long. But like this one's just kind of like, oh, it's a nice little grass level, and it's fun and
it's
like,
just
cool.
a fun starting level. Like there's no problems with it at all. I don't think I would have been able to make like a much better level to get somebody into the game.
Also, the Koopa Bros, they're just fucking
they're
awesome.
Such good characters.
They're awesome. I love them.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, compared to other chapters in the game, I do think it kind of falls short just compared to, how, it's like, it's a tutorial chapter, like, it's trying to get you into the game.
I think we should put it in, like, high B tier.
I would say I would honestly say B tier.
I think B tier is a good place for it.
B is, it's like on the upper half. I think it's like one of the weaker chapters in 64, but, like,
it's
the fact that...
It's one of the weaker chapters only because it doesn't try to be more than, like... The fact that it's like first level, but
still,
I'm completely fine with that.
The fact that it's like still like really fun.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the most fun first levels I've played in a video game, and it's very good. The fact that it's only B tier speaks a lot to the rest of Paper Mario.
Yeah, Paper Mario 64, fucking incredible game. But yeah, I think, what else is there to say about Chapter 1? Is like, what about the dungeon? What do you think about the Koopa Bros Fortress itself?
The dungeon? I mean, yeah, it's a fun dungeon.
I would say it's okay.
It's not, like, super complicated or anything.
I would say it's okay. I wouldn't actually say... That's pretty fun. I wouldn't say it's not like an amazing dungeon. Like, that great. It's okay.
I mean, like, Hooktail Castle is definitely a better dungeon.
Hooktail Castle, yeah, it's a good dungeon. I still have fun in that. Also, I really like the part of the... Well, I just said I didn't really like the dungeon all that much. I think it's solid, but I really like the part where like you're at the top of the castle and you're like dodging all these bullet bills.
Yeah, that's a really cool part. And the boss fight is so cool. Like I love the music. The dialogue in the Bowser part is absolutely hilarious. It's one of the funniest moments.
Amazing. It's incredible. Also, the Koopa Bros theme is it's fucking amazing. It's just I originally wanted to use that as an intro theme for my YouTube videos, but like I wasn't able to do that, which maybe at some point in the future I probably will, if I actually learn how to make an intro and stop being lazy for once. But that's just how it be. Voice crack. But yeah, I think that's...
So I guess we should go on to
I think that's enough to talk about with that. Also, the interlude is pretty funny. I like reading Bowser's Diary, but that's not really part of the chapter, so... Should we talk about the interludes?
The interludes, no, I don't think we should talk about
them. They're
not really a part of any chapter, and it'd be hard to rank them compared to the chapters.
They don't really count. They're mostly like they're
like mid-chapter stuff.
They're like their mid-chapter stuff. They're like mid-game. They're trying to build the story.
Yeah, which is something I really would have liked in
the new games. The new games don't do that. Like they don't build the story. Like in Sticker Star you get like this little thing. Where it's like, hey, stuff happened, and then Royal Sticker, and then he became evil, and then go.
Yeah, but then Go. It's a Mario game.
Go
We
fuck-
have our funny worlds.
Color Splash is pretty much the same thing.
Grasslands, desert, jungle, another jungle but with a volcano, ice, and Bowser.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, I think that's mostly, I think it's a good chapter. So
Yeah,
what's the second one called again? I kind of forgot the
The second
name.
one is like
The Secret of Dry Runes or something.
Mystery of the Dry
Yeah,
Runes.
the Mystery of Dry Runes.
Yeah,
I'm
it's definitely good. I think it's better than
hold up.
Chapter 1.
I want to say something right here. I usually think desert levels are fucking awful for the most part. Like, they're just not fun.
Really?
I think they're not fun
There's
for
a
the
lot
most.
of really good desert levels.
I think no, but like
Sand Kingdom, Spirit Temple
some
from Ocarina of Time.
well, like
Art
that's not really
Realms.
that's not really a desert level. It's more so a dungeon. It's not really themed to a desert. It's themed to like going back and forth. Well, desert levels I just kind of find really generic and like kind of boring sometimes. Not awful, but like I don't know.
I usually find desert levels pretty good. I'm trying to think of desert levels that I just think are boring and.
Yeah,
like,
I wouldn't say I hate them,
there's
but actually no, I wouldn't say I hate them. I just say I'm really mixed on them because some of them are just really generic and some of them are cool, and this is definitely one of them. I think.
Yeah, I think this one's very cool.
The
Mount like open desert is very cool.
The Mount Rug section I think is pretty decent for the most part. I would definitely say it's the weakest part of the chapter. To be honest,
yeah, it is. It's just kind of like a search quest, but it's still fun. I'm not saying it wasn't.
Yeah,
fun.
it has.
Also, the thing with Malstafa, like, I still don't know to this day how you're supposed to find out that he wants a lemon.
Me neither.
Yeah, me neither.
Don't you have to wait? No, don't you have to like do a password?
Because I really did not want to use a guide. I just like I was like he doesn't want any of my stuff.
I
tried to give him like all my stuff. I'm like, what the heck? What am I supposed to do?
I explored.
So I just looked around the desert. I found more items, and I just gave him everything. And eventually, he likes the lemon.
I mean, do you have to give him something? Because I thought that what you were supposed to do was that you're supposed to buy like an item combo in the shop.
Yeah, but you only get that information after you give him a lemon, and I don't know how to find out.
Oh, after you give him,
you a lemon.
Yeah, for first-time players, I definitely think that that's kind of stupid.
Yeah, I don't know how to find out that you're supposed to give him a lemon. I don't know. I looked for like an hour just like trying to get stuff to give to him.
Maybe they expected you.
And eventually, like the lemon. I don't know what the hint is supposed to be.
Maybe they expected you to Maybe they expected you to search the desert and everything, and explore.
I didn't. I just stayed to the path.
Which, yeah, you would just kind of go through the path.
It's literally a path. It kind of shows you that way.
I would say, yeah.
The dungeon was pretty.
The dungeon's good. I like the dungeon. The boss fight, I wouldn't say it's as good as the Koopa Bros.
You know, now I'm thinking about that and Mount Rugged. Maybe this is not as good as
maybe high B tier?
Maybe this doesn't deserve A tier.
Maybe high B tier, actually. This is kind of... It's a
Wait,
bit...
are you still here?
Yeah. What do you mean? I'm still here.
I can't hear you.
Oh, shit. Hold up. I gotta reconnect. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Are you still here?
Sorry. Sure why.
Yo, are you talking? I can't hear you at all.
I can hear you. Alright, it's just some stuff happened. Well, I'm gonna put this in B tier real quick. Can you hear me now?
Hey, yeah, I just need to get out of my room. Like, I just heard him disconnected from Wi-Fi.
It's alright. It's alright.
Okay.
It's not many people watching. I mean, like, it's my channel. I have like 377 subs, but like not many people watch anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say that I don't know. I might change this later, but I'm gonna put it in B tier for now. I'm gonna say it's like.
Yeah, I think you should put it into B tier. I don't think it's
good.
Deserving of A tier now that I think about it.
I think it's good.
I think it's definitely good. I think like
amazing.
Once you like know the stuff, it's definitely better than chapter 1.
Yeah.
Like I usually have more fun with that chapter.
First playthrough is kind of not as good.
But yeah, the whole thing with Mustafa, it's kind of cryptic. I
learn,
don't know how you're supposed to do that.
You learn to appreciate it the more you play through it.
Yeah.
Alright, The Invincible Tubba Blubba is chapter 3.
That's definitely here.
I think this one is really good. Some people tell me it's like not as good as like I say it is, but like I think that
What do you think it is?
I think it's like one of the best in the game.
Really, one of the best in the game?
Yeah, one of the best chapters.
I guess so.
Well, like,
I mean, like,
this is
I'm
kind
thinking the best ones in the game.
Well, like, what are the best ones to you?
Definitely chapter 7 is number 1.
Yeah, 7 is well, spoiler, but like, yeah, 7 is really good.
Yeah. After 7, I'd probably go with 5.
5 is good.
And then after 5,
it's like 3 after 5.
Then after 5, I guess 3 and 8. 8's a fun dungeon.
8 is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would honestly say 3, maybe even S, but
S. I think A tier.
I don't know, probably A tier.
I would go A tier.
Probably A, yeah. A seems like a good placement for this, but like, I think that like, I don't know.
Mid-A, I think.
When I'm looking at the chapter, there's not like really much I don't like about it. Like,
yeah, there's definitely not much I don't like about it. It's a super charming chapter. I like all the characters.
The booze.
Yeah.
The booze and like the abandoned villages.
Yeah. Everything's good about the chapter.
The castle. The castle's pretty cool.
I don't think there's like enough like really fun segments for me to warrant putting it in S tier.
I really like the 2-part, like how the boss is just 2 parts, and the second part is just incredibly easy because like reunited with his heart, like Tubba Blubba can't do shit, and he's just 10 HP.
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
Maybe I should like rip out my heart because then it'll make me invincible apparently.
Oh no, don't do that. Wouldn't recommend it.
I mean, like, Paper Mario is teaching me the real lessons.
The Boo's Mansion section is also pretty good.
Yeah, the Boo's Mansion section is really good.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I just think the chapter is really good. I don't think it's S tier,
as a
but
whole,
I think
it's really good, but like it's not like incredible like some of the others. But I still think
I
think
it has to be like an incredible chapter for it to be S tier. I think.
I still think it's really good.
Yeah, so I'll put it in like mid-A.
There's like. Yeah, but like I'm just putting it in A for now because we're gonna add everything else in.
Yeah.
You know.
So next we have Shy Guy's Toy Box.
This one.
So for Shy Guy's Toy Box,
I think it's good.
It's definitely creative and I really like it.
I don't.
But it's a lot of backtracking. It's got some fun sections though. You have to backtrack to Toad Town a lot.
Both chapter 4s are backtracking.
I think we should put it in between chapter 2 and 1.
I would say it's better than chapter 1. I really like the concept of it, like being inside a toy box is really cool.
It's such a creative chapter. I love the music, and there's a lot of really, really fun sections. But I mean, the backtracking does kind of make it. The backtracking is a little annoying.
Also, like I really like all the different like species of Shy Guys.
Yeah.
Like there's all these like different.
I think it's worth it. The boss is awesome.
There's all these like cool looking Shy Guys.
Awesome.
The Shy Guys are
the whole chapter is awesome without the backtracking.
The Shy Guys are like extremely adorable here.
Yeah, I still have a lot of fun.
They like the screaming from the Shy Guys is really funny.
Yeah.
But also, I feel bad.
Should we put it over chapter 2?
That's kind of a confusing one for me to rank, to be honest, in between these two.
Yeah, let's get this tier list together.
I would say.
Edit it.
Yeah, I would say that chapter 4 is definitely like in between 2 and 1, or maybe better than 2. But the backtracking is a little like kind of annoying, but it's whatever.
It's not like it's
I think it's
super
fine.
out of your way. It's probably only about 8 minutes of backtracking in total.
Yeah, which is.
But that is kind of annoying.
Well, yeah, but
on my first playthrough,
really...
the whole like I think I spent like about 20 to 30 minutes in that just trying to figure out what Mustafa
on my
was.
First,
like, how to get that lemon.
On chapter 2, yeah. I just looked it up for my first
I think there's probably some trick to doing it.
Because I was a strategy
You gotta know about what you want somehow, but I never figured it out.
Yeah, I was just a strategy guide bitch back in, back when I was, like, playing these games for the first time.
Yeah, I know.
So I was like...
I used a strategy guide for, like, Sticker Star.
I was like... I think that...
I don't know, one part of Thousand Year Door maybe to find some passcode.
64?
And then I stopped. Yeah. I didn't want to do it for Paper Mario.
Yeah, 64 was the last game I played, actually, before Color Splash.
Yeah.
It was, I played okay, this is kind of... I played Super, then Sticker Star, and I didn't like Sticker Star, and then I played, Thousand Year Door, and then I played Paper Mario 64. Also, why did you leave the chat? Hold up. Damn, bro. Discord kind of being sus today. But it's alright. Yeah, I would definitely put chapter 4 in between those. I think it's very good. You had connection issues?
No, I just had to leave for a second because.
Oh, okay. Alright, I see you. Alright, so. Yeah, that's basically what has to be said about that.
Yeah. So let's go on to chapter 5.
Chapter 5. This is easy.
I think it's the best chapter so far.
I think it's S.
I think it's either high A or low S.
I think it's S. I think it's S.
I think it's a low S tier.
Chapter 5 is really.
It's got a lot of really fun sections. Colorado, the dungeon is great. First of all,
Colorado's really funny.
The puzzles are pretty easy, but the dungeon's very fun.
Yeah, I agree.
Colorado is such a good character in this chapter.
His
whole like obsession with the treasure.
He's really funny.
Yeah, and how he runs forward to like try to find it.
Yeah, he just kind of.
Even as expensive as his own health. I think Colorado is he's one of my favorite chapters. One of my favorite characters in the game.
He's really funny. I was kind of disappointed that he didn't come back for Thousand Year Door.
And honestly, the whole Yoshi finding thing it's not really that annoying.
It's like the weakest part of the chapter, but I don't think it's that bad.
It's just exploring the jungle and looking for those things.
Yeah, but like on repeat playthroughs, it's a little bit like, I gotta do this again. But it's like the first time you go through it, like you find sushi and you're like, oh, this is cool. I can now go over water.
Yeah, you get to explore the jungle.
So yeah, it's really cool. The enemies
ravens are awesome.
Some of the enemies here also look pretty cool, like what are those plants?
Yeah.
Those plants are really...
The ambush.
Yeah, the ambush is really cool.
And the other guys, I don't know what
also, there's some, like, spear guys and piranha plants, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
There's also Magic Koopa in that one mini-boss with them, the piranha plants.
Oh, right.
I don't know how I remember that, but I do.
Just shows up.
Hey, he's just there.
Yeah, I'm here
which I like. I think that's fun.
Just tag along with his buddies, the plants.
Sushis are like probably my favorite partner to use in the game.
I mean, Sushi is definitely the best partner to use.
Yeah, she's also like, the best one. She's also like the best one.
Water block is amazing.
She has the best moveset.
Yeah. I mean, like against regular enemies, I like Dizzy Shell. It's just kind of wins you. It just wins you the match.
The boss is really good. I like how it has 2 phases and like the music like gets like more fired up. On the second one, it's really interesting.
I mean, if you spam Sushi's abilities, then the boss is not very hard.
Well, yeah,
but I remember getting wrecked by it on my first playthrough.
Yeah, like the first playthrough, like you don't really know what.
I don't even think I took damage in like the second one, just because of Sushi's water block.
Yeah, Sushi makes that fight just a complete fucking cakewalk.
Defend plus and damage dodge.
Yeah, Sushi makes that fight a complete cakewalk, but like.
Yeah, I mean it's still a great chapter.
It's still
I think we should put it in
It's still fun. I still like the chapter. It doesn't really change anything. It's kind of just a small part, and also the escape sequence out of the volcano. It's like not that long, but like, it's just cool. It's just cool because usually after you get the Star Sphere, you just end the chapter and then you watch the interlude and then you leave. Gentlemen, to change the pace. Even if it doesn't take too long, it's like 2 minutes, but like it's really cool and I like it.
Yeah. Then we have chapter
I'm still also.
You still want to talk about chapter 5?
Also, the music in this chapter is just really good.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
The Raphael,
the
Ravens. Oh yeah, Raphael is also.
And Yoshi Village is also good too, and the
Yoshi's Village.
Malacrona is good.
It's
all good music. Yoshi's Village, yeah.
Yes. Like all the Yoshis.
Yeah.
And how the theme is also like the remix of Super Mario World 2. Well, Yoshi's Island, the title theme of that game. That's a remix. I really like that.
So I think for chapter 6, are we ready to move on?
Yeah, we're ready to move on.
Yeah, I think
chapter 6 is
it's a very hard chapter to rank. I think because we don't know. I don't think yet where we're gonna rank all of the
I don't think chapter 6
is.
I don't think chapter 6 is terrible. I don't think it's that. Like I think it's the weakest by far.
Oh, I definitely think it's the weakest.
In the game, it's easily the weakest chapter.
I think it's gonna be like low C.
I would say probably C because the thing is, I might change this later. I might actually put in not D. The thing about chapter 6 is that it's just basically one big fetch quest.
Yeah, it's kind of boring.
you kind of go get a thing to give to another character to give to another character and then give to another character and then
I feel like it's
destroy.
It's obviously the weakest chapter in the first two games.
Destroy the Huff machine, and then you go to Cloudy Climb, which I thought was very disappointing the first time I went up there.
I wish it was like a whole castle up there.
The thing is, like, the chapter itself isn't even that long. Like, with all the fetch quests, even, it's not even that long. Like, it'll take you probably, like, an hour or something. But, like, usually all the other chapters, like, they take an hour or so, and then you go into
actually fun.
And then you go into the dungeon, and then you, like, solve puzzles and stuff. Like, the puzzles aren't that hard, but, like, it's, like, severely disappoints me that when you go up here and then you're expecting this huge, cool area, you get some really peaceful music, which is nice, but you also get just one badge, and then you get to fight Huff and Puff.
Don't you get, like, super jump charge up there?
It's a good badge, but, like...
Yeah, it's, like, a broken badge.
But, like, it's not gonna make me think that this is a cool area because it's only 2 rooms. It's 2 rooms, and the music is really nice. I like the music in the chapter, like, for the most... Well, actually, there's only, like, 3 tracks in the chapter. There's, like, 4.
Yeah.
There's the... No, there's a few. There's the one where,
I think we stick it in C tier and just move it around once we get some other stuff.
I'm gonna stick in C tier right now. I just have more things to say about it.
Yeah, it's probably gonna get somewhere, like, low C.
I like the sun. And how he just... is just there.
Just kind of vibes. That's it.
I just like that. Lackluster is a cool party member. I like him. He's a nice last party member. And his boss isn't too bad. Huff and Puff is a pretty good fight in my opinion, for the most part.
Yeah.
Like it's like you have to have Lackluster to beat him, so like it's kind of like gimmicky in that aspect that you just need Lackluster if you want to like stand a chance, but I think it's fine. Also, the theme that plays when you fight Huff and Puff is just a banger. It's really good.
Yeah.
The music that plays when you're usually like just walking around the cloudy flower fields, it's just it's good at first, but it gets like really repetitive because you're like gonna be listening to this for like an hour.
Yeah.
Just kind of walking through the fields, and you're like gonna be going back and forth a lot. I really like the design of all the flower people though. I've
it's got some really good designs.
I've always liked that, and like how they all have like these different personalities and stuff. They're not just there. They just actually have character.
Yeah.
And it's something more unique. Although I gotta say, fuck those bee enemies in the chapter.
Yeah, those bee enemies can be very annoying.
I don't know why, but like they just completely obliterate me when I play the game.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about how I normally deal with those guys.
You just kind of jump on them or something.
I kill them all in one hit with something.
You jump on them.
I think I normally have a power plus by then, so I just use multi bounce.
Yeah, probably. But like if they get they're just kind of annoying for like 10 HP runs.
Yeah, and then if they first strike you, that's 6 damage. Yeah, I mean, usually you can dodge.
And like it's really easy for them to first strike you because they just kind of go in on your ass when they see you. The crazy daisies, they're just there. They're crazy daisies. They're annoying. they're always.
I mean, like.
They're probably like.
I don't know if the enemies are that annoying.
No, the enemies are fine.
Yeah. They can just. There's just so many of them all scattered around the whole thing.
Well, like the thing I also kind of feel with Chapter 6 is that it doesn't really feel like a huge story. Like the others kind of feel like you're going these little like sub stories, like you're doing different tasks here and there. But like here, you're just kind of going back and forth and doing fetch quests.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like you're doing like a whole lot.
Not really.
It just kind of feels like you're just going back and forth getting items.
Yeah, and because of that, you don't really have a connection to the area. You just kind of go there, and then you're like, oh, I went there. Also, the fact that you have to...
it's usually kind of boring for me, but I mean, it's not like a terrible
I think it's fine. I think there's definitely things that keep it from being, like, bad, which is why I put it in C tier.
Yeah, I think that's a good place for it.
Yeah. Also, the fact that you need to get all those seeds to get there. Like, the seeds are pretty easy to find, but, like, for a first-time player, I can definitely imagine that would be annoying.
Yeah. I mean, I found all the seeds in my first run.
I didn't. I had to go back to Mount Rugged to get another one.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's one in the corner.
I remember seeing a ledge with paracarry a ledge that I can get over, and then I found and then I went over the ledge, and then I got the seed.
Yeah. Stuff happened. It's fine. It's the weakest chapter in the original game, but I'm just gonna quickly put this right up here because yeah, it deserves it. We talk about chapter 7. Let's talk about that. I think this 7, is. I mean, I think chapter 7 might be my favorite chapter in the entire series. If I'm gonna be frank with you right now.
Hold up. You should probably take a look at that. We actually have some people watching now.
I honestly think that chapter 7 is like just fucking incredible.
Yeah, it's the whole thing is amazing. First you have the murder mystery, which is such a fun and charming segment. And after the murder mystery, then you have just the lead up to the Crystal Palace, which
the landscape.
It had a lot of really fun segments in it.
It's a Nintendo 64 game, so obviously it's not going to look that good, but yeah. I think that like the landscapes you like walk through to get to like what's the place what's the Star like village? What's it called? Not Starhaven.
I'm honestly not sure.
Not Starhaven, like the place in the all the right. You like climb the mountain to get there.
Yeah, I know. I'm not sure.
Star. I'm gonna quickly look it up right now. Paper Mario Star. Starborn Valley. Starborn Valley.
Oh yeah, Starborn Valley.
I really like that place. The paths leading to it are like really visually nice. I think the entire chapter just.
I love the backgrounds with the whole like Northern Lights thing, Aurora Borealis, the stuff that is happening in Principal Skinner's room.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I also like the music. I once heard the song Snow Road. You know that song. I recently heard that, and no, I heard that like a few months ago before like I think it was at the end of 2019 or something at the Nintendo store in New York. I heard that.
Yeah, what was the Crystal Palace theme or?
No, it was the Snow Road theme, like the one where you leave Shiver City and then you just hear this like really soothing music.
Yeah, I gotta listen to that again. I forgot what that sounds like.
It's just a bunch of like cool synths and stuff.
Okay.
It sounds really good. The Crystal Palace is the best dungeon in the game.
Yeah, it's absolutely the best dungeon in the game. It's pretty much it's just the best chapter in the game. I feel like.
I also think that.
For sure.
I think that the entire like structure of the chapter is perfect.
Yo, hold up. PokeCraft Power is asking for a Discord server. I think that's a great idea.
Maybe if I can get a good following, then sure. If I get a good following, then sure I'll make one.
Make one now. Why not? And we'll get some more people. That'll help the community.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't really have one right now. When I get like a decent amount of subs, I'll make one. But not now. And also from the murder mystery section.
I don't know at this point who would join it. Probably only have like 5 people.
Yeah,
because I don't know if we have like a super.
We don't have a following.
Active,
I don't have a following. I don't have a following. The murder mystery part is really funny and like also interesting.
And like just the Crystal King boss is great, and the music is the best.
Crystal King is
definitely one of the best music. It's one of the best songs in the game.
Crystal King is also like actually kind of challenging.
Yeah, he can be kind of challenging.
Not like
10 HP run.
Like yeah, for 10 HP, I mean, like I actually had to think a lot. You can
always do the strategy of just super jump charge and power bounce.
Yeah, but like still with that, I like for chapter 7, I had to like actually think about what I was doing with him and how I was like attacking everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, first time players. Well, first time I played the game, I definitely had trouble with him, but not anymore.
Yeah.
But he's
first time I played the game, I had the most trouble with Huff and Puff.
Oh, Huff and Puff. Honestly, Huff and Puff.
If you don't do the.
If you're not prepared for Huff and Puff, he fucks you up.
The crazy strat helps so much too because every time you damage him, you make stuff, so you just don't damage him for the first 3 turns while you build up power, and then you just destroy him.
I got completely fucked on the 10 HP run a few times because.
I beat him one try because of the super jump.
I had it, but I was being really slow for a second, and then he did that big attack that just kind of kills you.
Yeah.
How like it does like 16 or something.
I think it does. No, it does 12, I think.
Which is basically just a one-shot.
It's a one-shot for that. You can have damage, dodge, and defend plus, which I think should.
Yeah, which I did not have. Wait, damage, dodge, and defend plus? I don't think it.
No. One hit.
Oh yeah, wait. Yeah, that would actually protect you, but you would still probably die.
Yeah, you still probably die from all the other stuff. But not 10 HP at that
point. Back to Chapter 7. Shiver City's really cool. The music there is really good. The music in the entire chapter is just some of the best in the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some of the puzzles are pretty creative. I like the Rhino puzzle a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like... None of the puzzles are hard at all.
Well, they're not hard, but like...
Oh, yeah, the whole mirror part is so cool. I love the mirror part. Yeah, but it's
really interesting with all the dupli-ghosts.
Yeah, like that totally surprised me the first time. It was like, just take...
Also
like, when the guy in the mirror starts moving differently from you.
Also made some, like, really good,
yeah,
comedy.
So creative.
Some good comedy. Like when, a bunch of, dupli-ghosts just turn to random characters and they all say they're Cooper.
Yeah, that's great.
Including the one who turns into Luigi.
Yeah, well, I think it's pretty good. This
the best. I think it's the best.
Let's go on to Chapter 8.
No offense, but why Internet Explorer? Because I don't have any other browser here.
Yeah, just get Chrome.
I should get Chrome for this computer.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to we're almost done with the original Paper Mario. This is going to definitely take a lot longer than I thought.
Yeah, maybe we should go a little bit faster.
Yeah, but there's a lot to say about each chapter. Okay.
Yeah.
Chapter 8.
So, Chapter 8, it's just a fun dungeon. I think we should put it in high A.
Yeah, A tier. I think 8,
Is Chapter 3 better than 8,
this
though?
Is, I don't think
probably.
So. I don't think so. I think they're about equal.
Yeah, I think they're
Chapter 8, there's, like, not much to say about Chapter 8, to be honest. Like, compared to the others, because it's, like, the final area of the game. You're just kind of going through the motions.
It's definitely a fun dungeon.
You're like...
but I don't think... It doesn't have, like, the charming characters of, like, Chapter 3, for example.
I like the Bowser quizzes.
Oh, yeah, the Bowser quizzes are great. And the final boss is great.
The final boss is really, really good.
But I don't think this is better than Chapter 3. So I think we just stick it there.
I don't think it is. The thing is, there isn't much to say about Chapter 8. I think the finale's really good. And, like, better than TTYD in a way that you don't have to slog through, like, the cutscenes. Like, if you fail the boss, like, it doesn't take as long.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't fail the boss in TTYD, though, I think it's probably the best finale in Paper Mario.
Okay, hold up. I gotta close my door real quick.
Okay.
But yeah, I think A tier is pretty appropriate for it.
A tier probably right under Chapter 3.
The whole finale is really exciting. The ending's really good.
Yeah, I think now we should move on to TTYD.
Alright. So, overall, I think 64 is a good lineup of chapters. For the most part.
Like, everything is in C or above. And like, most is...
C is, like, I would say... SS is, like, godlike the best ones. S is really...
Like, C is when it starts to get not as fun.
S is amazing. A is great. B is good. Like, you're still having fun, obviously. I had a lot to say about
like, I think even B is, like, are great chapters.
B is really good.
Really
B is
and C
really
is, like, there's some fun to be had. And once you get D or below, it's like, okay, I don't really like this that much.
Alright, let's go to 1,000 Year Door, starting with Castle and Dragon.
Okay.
I think B tier, probably. What do you think? Did you say B tier?
Yeah, B tier, probably.
I would say just above Koopa Bros. Fortress. But, would you say it's above, the Toy Box, or not?
I think, okay, it's definitely a much better dungeon than Koopa Bros. Fortress.
Yeah, the dungeon is significantly better.
I like the characters a lot better. I like the story a lot better.
I like Petalburg, is better than, Koopa Village, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All the residents.
I don't think the music is better, though. Like, I love the music in the Koopa Bros. Fortress.
I would say 64 in general has, like, better music than TTYD, to be honest. That's just me, though.
No, it doesn't.
That's just me. I think the music is just good.
I mean, I think the overall level music is great, but the boss battle music in TTYD is way better.
Well, yeah, it's better.
And
because, like, the thing is, like, they're kind of limited with the N64's instruments.
Mario. It's such a good one. The one for the final cutscene in the Shining
Oh, yeah, We Believe in You Mario is the top 3.
I think that's the best song in the game.
It's probably the best. I think it's the
Fortress. The X-Not Fortress is such a pop.
I think it's the best song in the entire series. We Believe in You, Mario.
I also, I mean, the Ultimate Show's pretty great.
Maybe, debatably. Yeah. The Petalburg is pretty good, pretty cool. I like Petal Meadows.
Yeah, I think it's...
Petal Meadows has really good music. The chapter is also like similar to the first one, 64,
Yeah,
where it's
I don't
like
really
pretty
see
short.
many flaws with this. It's a good starting
Schwank
dungeon.
Fortress is like the most
The characters are
forgettable
great.
area in the entire
Schwank
game.
Fortress is super forgettable.
Nobody remembers Schwank Fortress.
The whole fuzzy horde is kind of cool the first time though.
Yeah, all the fuzzies coming from the top of the stage. That was really cool the first time.
I mean, this one Fortress is definitely like worse than the fuzzy section in Paper Mario.
Yeah,
Chapter 1.
the thing is, like, both of these chapters are actually like really similar when you look at them back to back.
Like, okay, so at this point, who do you think, or not who, what chapter do you think is more fun between Chapter 1 of TTYD or Chapter 4, Shy Guy's Toy Box?
I would say Chapter 4 of Shy Guy's Toy Box. It's like
a
lot more like visually interesting and like.
Yeah, I would agree with
on
you.
On repeat playthroughs, so I've grown to like it a lot more than usual.
Yeah, there's a lot of really fun stuff in Chapter 4.
Chapter 4 was like debatable. I was like thinking of maybe putting it in low A, but that's the thing. It's just a lot of backtracking. I think we should put
Chapter 4 above Chapter 2.
Yeah, I think Chapter 4 is actually better.
Chapter 4 has got more charm.
Chapter 4 is good. Looking back, it's really good.
Like, sure, it's got backtracking, but Chapter 2 also has the most stuff, I think.
Alright. Hooktail Castle.
Now here's the question: Do you think Hooktail Castle? Do you think Chapter 1 of TTYD is better than Chapter 2 of Paper Mario?
I would say no, to be honest.
Yeah, I would. I think I would.
It's pretty short, and Schwank Fortress is just really forgettable,
it's very short.
No one really cares about it.
Chapter 2 is the cool desert. It has Colorado, which is nice.
Chapter 1.
Has the
TTYD Chapter 1 also has that quiz show.
I'm gonna go back upstairs just so I don't have.
Yeah, sure, it's fine.
Potentially talking in my house. I don't know if you can hear.
I can't really hear them. It's fine.
Okay, but I'm gonna go back upstairs just to prevent something like that.
Chapter, I would say Hooktail Castle's a good dungeon. The Spike Room, is like.
Chapter 2 dungeon is better though.
The Spike Room is extremely easy to get through, but it's like really cool the first time.
Yeah, definitely.
And
I think we should move on to
Hooktail as a boss is pretty good, and Coop's reuniting with his father is really cool as well. It's just really cute. It's a nice story beat.
There's not really many flaws with it other than the fact that it's short.
The thing is, it's only B tier just because of Schwank Fortress kind of dragging it down a little bit for being pretty lame, and other stuff. Like it's just short. Yeah, let's go to Chapter 2.
Yeah. Oh, hold up. People are coming upstairs, so I'm gonna go back downstairs.
Alright. Back downstairs, must travel. Chapter 2. From Chapter 2 from Thousand Years War.
Chapter 2 is not gonna be. It's just put at the bottom of B tier, I think.
I don't even know if it's B tier. I think.
It's got some fun segments.
Yeah, I guess. It's
not. It's definitely not as much of a slog as Chapter 6.
I think it's the thing is like we're putting it with like other chapters that I think are pretty good. Which usually when I play through Chapter 2, it's just kind of like, oh, I'll get through it. Like TTYD is my favorite in the series, but like Chapter 2 is like always kind of been like probably like my least favorite part of the game. Like the whole first part of Boggly Woods.
There's a general white thing, which is definitely worse than it.
Yeah, that sucks. But like, the whole like first part of Boggly Woods is alright. It's nothing great though. Is the problem? Like you're just kind of walking through the woods. Like it looks beautiful. I really like the
it looks really
aesthetic
nice.
Style.
Yeah,
and the music.
I don't think we should put it in the same tier as those other chapters. I think we should put it in C tier, but again, I don't know if I want to compare it to Chapter 6. It's just gonna affect us.
Yeah, I'm just gonna add like little descriptions for these tiers.
Yeah, definitely put it above Chapter 6, but that's probably where we put it.
Decent,
There's
still
be
fun.
Some Super Paper Mario levels between those.
Decent / still fun. That's what C tier is gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Chapter 6 is more. Nah, it's probably more fun than it is boring. Overall. I don't think it's deep,
more fun. Would you say Chapter 2 is more fun than is boring?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I never thought it was that great.
Yeah, I don't think it's that great either. That's why it's the C tier and not B tier.
Magnus is probably the weakest boss in the game.
Still a fun boss though.
Huh?
It's still a fun boss though.
It's alright.
I like the.
I
Shadow
still think it's
Sirens
like
part.
the Shadow Sirens are good if they weren't so easy.
That is true. You
Their
can beat
their
them in,
second
like,
fight
you can beat them in Earth Tremor and PowerShell.
their second fight is significantly better.
That is definitely true.
Which it's like one of the best fights in the game.
Yeah, it's actually not like super easy, but I mean,
It's easy, but like that's because I've played
really
Thousand
good at
Year.
the super hard timing for
It's because I
people.
played Thousand Year Door so many times because like stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would say Chapter 2 is just kind of C tier. It's okay. I know you probably might think a little bit differently, but like I also didn't. We also didn't talk about Boggly Tree a bit. It's kind of boring. Constantly having
Boggly Tree is kind of boring.
Boggly Tree is not that good of a
It's definitely
dungeon.
not super fun of a dungeon.
Boggly Tree is a boring
I think it
dungeon.
has its moments. I think it's not nothing that I think it's more overall fun than it is boring.
The Punies music sucks dick. It sucks.
Yeah, it gets old after about like a couple of minutes.
It's like the spaceport theme of Persona 5. It just gets boring after 5 minutes.
Yeah, doesn't like the Mementos theme like.
Oh yeah, no, that gets old after 30 seconds.
I mean, obviously, I never played the game. And I really don't want.
Yeah, in the original Persona 5, yeah, that's just the only song that would play for all Mementos, and you have to clear all of it. But in Royal, they gave Mementos like different songs for like different areas, which is significantly better.
Yeah, that sounds much better.
So good. The songs aren't like amazing, but like they're way better, and they're not like that repetitive. But back to Paper Mario. Yeah, I would say second chapter C tier. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, and now we have chapter 3.
Yeah, but then it just picks up immediately.
Yeah, slap that in the SSD.
Yeah, hold
That's
up,
an obvious
real quick. I have to step that up real quick. That's probably the best chapter in the game.
Question of, is it better than chapter 7?
My opinion, I would say it's about
equal.
equal.
It is.
I would say it's about equal, so I'm gonna place them.
I think it's slightly better.
These two are interchangeable in my opinion. You can like say one of them is better than the other.
Chapter 7 is just overall so
I really like the thing I like the most.
Chapter 3 has the better story. It's got so much more charm. I mean, no, I know chapter 7 has charm, but like chapter 3...
I'm gonna say right now, I think chapter 3 is like one of the thing I like the most about of Glitz and Glory. That's the name of chapter 3.
Yeah.
Is the fact that like it like tells a story through like gameplay and like just cutscenes. Like both ways. It's like it like shows what's happening and stuff.
The battles are actually really fun.
The battles are kind of
the wind conditions.
The battles like are fun because they have like different wind conditions and
yeah, and it like progressively steps up, so you get to like rise to the top.
And how you can like
okay, it's a Mario game where you get to rise to the top of a professional wrestler arena, and you can go and like and say stuff like that was easy. Was that even a fight?
Or
you beat
burp. Or burp.
Yeah,
you can do that. You can belch.
Dude, it's so good.
You can belch in the game. It's very good.
Chapter 7. Chapter 7.
We'll talk about like the ranking. We'll talk about the ranking later.
Well, I think chapter 3
of TTYD.
I like Crystal King a lot, but I think Macho Club is the better boss.
Let's say
the whole Rock Hawk segment is so good.
Rock Hawk
X Conspiracy and the battles are great. I think we put it above chapter 7.
I'm gonna just put it above chapter 7 for now.
Yeah,
beating Rock Hawk was also like the most satisfying thing on first playthrough. Like he's not hard, but like then you realize that like this is also like really cool because it just shows that he's not a powerhouse for the most part, and he's just kind of
a cheater.
He's kind of a cheater. He's not actually that good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I thought he was going to be the boss of the chapter, so it was really cool, and then they
it was really
came out with
such a good chapter,
Macho
especially when you
Grubba.
go and find to slowly uncover the conspiracy.
Yeah, the first playthrough, this chapter is definitely the best in the game.
Yeah.
Like easily.
I didn't even think on repeat playthroughs it's one of the best in the game.
I would say repeat playthroughs is still really good, like still amazing,
Like what chapter would you find better on a repeat playthrough?
I don't know actually. Probably
8?
I think 3 or 8. I grew to appreciate 8 a lot more with time.
8 is just such a good dungeon. It's
but yeah, we're going to talk about that in a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would say there's not much more to say about 3 is the thing. Like I'm pretty sure like most people have played it. Most people like know what happens in it and like what's good about it and stuff.
Yeah.
It's obviously great. It's one of the best, if not the best chapters in the entire series even.
Yeah, everybody knows how good this one is. Nobody hates this one.
Chapter 4.
Chapter
4 pigs, the bell tolls. I'm not.
Yeah.
It says I'm putting in C tier, but I'm not.
A flawed but amazing chapter.
I think it's A. I actually really.
I think we put it at the top of A.
Top of A.
Top of A.
Would you say it's better than Chapter 3 of the original? Actually, maybe. I think
it's definitely got a better.
Okay. The thing.
It's definitely better on your first playthrough than Chapter 3 of the original.
The thing that most people say about this chapter when they're talking about it to me is that the fact that you go back and forth like multiple times. Like the thing is, we talked about Flower Fields like being not as good as the other chapters in the game because you're just kind of going back and forth.
The story and the situations of this chapter, it's probably the best in the entire series.
The entire game, honestly.
I mean, maybe other than like Chapter 6 from Super Paper Mario.
Yeah, but like that's kind of like cut short.
It's not a very good chapter overall.
Well, we'll talk about Chapter 6 later. We'll like come to a conclusion with that one.
Yeah.
I would say the twist for this chapter is probably one of the coolest parts of the entire game.
Yeah, nobody expects it when they first play through.
Vivian is probably my favorite party member to use.
Yeah, definitely a good character.
In the game, and she's like really well developed. Probably more so than all of the party members until you meet Bobbery.
Bobbery's also well developed, but
no, I said until you.
Yeah,
but like
Bobbery's
Bobbery's like really tragic. Actually, Vivian's probably built up more because like you see her multiple times throughout the game.
Vivian has more character development. Bobbery just kind of show him the letter.
Yeah,
also it's great. It's a great scene to
really like her design as well.
Yeah.
And how when you're in the creepy steeple, when you're jumping over holes, like she just still sticks to the ground.
The boss fight's kind of fun. It's pretty cool.
Which boss fight? There's 2 Duplis fights.
Atomic Boo.
Oh, Atomic Boo was a cool surprise.
Yeah, it was just like, hey, he's a mini boss.
Yeah, especially like I like how the Boos behave in this one as well because they're just kind of like mischievous compared to the first game where they're just nice guys.
Yeah.
I kind of like they're just doing their own thing here.
They're like, hey, are you gonna be nice to us?
Are you gonna be mean to me? And like if you say yes, you say then go away, meanie. And if you say no, they just surround you and you fight Atomic Boo if you want. You also get like one of the best badges in the game for fighting Atomic Boo. So.
Oh yeah, you get Lucky Start.
If y'all haven't played, if anyone's watching who hasn't played, you should definitely do that fight.
I don't think Lucky Star is one of the best badges in the game. It's definitely good though.
It's very good. I would just say it's really useful for me, from my experience.
It's 4, isn't it?
It's 4 BP.
It's 4, and it's for a random effect, so you can't really build your strategy around it.
Well, yeah, but I would still say, like, more often than not...
All or Nothing Power Plus are way better.
Yeah, they're way better, but I would say more often than not you get good shit.
An A-tier badge.
Yeah, you get good shit. Okay, so... Also the scenery in general, Chapter 4 is, like, really ominous, and the atmosphere is, like, perfect, in my opinion.
I love how, I thought I was thinking, like, in my first playthrough, I thought I was gonna get turned into a pig.
Oh,
which
yeah.
would have been a fun twist.
Oh, that would have been really fun.
Yeah. Just Mario gets turned into a pig, you have to play as a pig for a while.
Extremely interesting and funny.
Yeah. So,
I mean, they didn't have to
Chapter
do it.
5.
Alright. Chapter 4, the only thing it's dragged down by is just the backtracking. If it didn't have backtracking, I honestly think it might have been, like, the best chapter in the entire game. If, like, it was more varied.
It might, I don't know if it would have been better than Chapter 3.
It's very good. But it's really, really good.
Yeah,
Alright,
let's
Chapter 5, what's it called again?
The
Key to Pirates? Yeah, S tier. There's a lot of backtracking. No, I wouldn't say it's as good.
Well, yeah, Chapter 5 in the original game doesn't have the backtracking. It still has
it's really
fun characters.
It's really fun. It's more fun.
Yeah, Chapter 5, and the whole part with Colorado is nice.
The thing I like about
Chapter 5 from Thousand Year Door,
it's really good.
The story is way better. I love the
characters.
Part with the diary and how you get stranded on the desert island. I like the characters even more.
Intro. The intro to the chapter is like one of the best.
At the end, how you go to like you go to like a whole battle with Lord Crumb.
You go to like a full scale like sea battle.
That fight is definitely my favorite fights in the game.
It's just a
Cortez
full-scale
and
sea
Lord
battle.
two of the best boss fights in Paper Mario.
Oh yeah,
I think it
Cortez.
might be better than the original Chapter 5.
Maybe actually, now that you're saying all this stuff, Cortez is definitely a really cool boss fighting character. I think.
I mean, without the backtracking, it would definitely be SS.
Yeah, obviously, but
It's not even that much.
well, the backtracking isn't terrible. It's only the first half. Well, that's kind of
all
like
you have to do
long.
is get the cola and go back to Flavio and then go back to Bobbery and then you're good.
And the Chocola Cola. It's from Superstar Saga.
Yeah. Oh wait, it's in a RPG also.
Mario RPG?
It's in Mario RPG.
I don't remember it being in that game.
It's just an item that you can use.
I might have to look that up. I don't know if it is. So. I think it was in Super Mario RPG. I think it was in Superstar Saga, and then it just came back in this game.
Yeah, I know it's Superstar Saga.
I like the entire area of Keel Hall Key. Not as good as Lava Island though.
So what do you think about the Pirates Grotto dungeon? You think it's
Pirates
better?
Grotto is.
I think it's about as good as
because it's really I really like the boat ability. It's basically just sushi, but it's faster.
Yeah. I mean, I think the enemy variety is cooler than Chapter 5.
Yeah, there's like those big bulbs. What are they called?
Yeah, I love the bob-omb guys.
The big bob-ombs.
I mean, they're not like super hard, but they're super fun to fight.
Yeah, they're cool. The embers as well, the fire spirits or whatever they're called.
They're called lava bubbles.
The characters.
And there's also
the characters in this.
The
characters in this chapter are also amazing. I love Flavio. I call him Flavio.
Flavio's such a good character.
I call him Flavio.
I love how he finally just like is so.
He's just really stupid. He's just
eventually becomes the second richest man.
He's just really stupid, but I really like him.
But you can tell his character development.
His
without like specifically like saying it straight to your face.
His facial expressions are also really funny. And we talked about like the start of the chapter. I really like how it starts with you getting stranded.
Yeah, the whole scene.
The ending and all that. I'd say that those are probably like.
And then there's the diary stuff and how you make the
It's really cool.
You build your like encampments.
Yeah.
So you think it's ahead of the original Chapter 5?
Actually,
I put it slightly ahead.
This is difficult for me. I'm gonna put it right here for now.
I think Chapter 5 from the second game has more.
Put it here for now.
Like, cool scenes. I mean, it pretty much has like two of the best bosses in the entire game.
Yeah, but they're about equal to me. Thinking about them. All right.
Yeah,
I think we talked about pretty much everything
on repeat
about that.
playthroughs, it might be. I mean, the thing is though, on repeat playthroughs, you also have the Yoshi side quest to beat.
Yeah, I still liked it.
Yeah.
I still like both.
It's kind of similar to the backtracking, as in it's like
Yeah.
something you've already done before, so you don't like need to like explore the jungle. You already know what it's like.
Yep. All right. 3 days of excess. How about this one?
3 days of excess? Yeah, that's S tier.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like, it's not, I don't think it's a question for me.
It's
3 days.
It's got some great comedic parts.
3 days
of
excess.
It's also got the s'more stuff.
I think it's
put
like.
It above. Put it in high S.
You know how well this chapter would have worked if it was in Color Splash? There's like no battles in that chapter.
Yeah.
It'd be perfect, so you can avoid the half of the game.
Yeah, just make this the train level, and then Chapter 5 from Color Splash would actually be good.
Well, I'll talk to you. I'll talk about it when we get there. I'm gonna be
Chapter 5 in Color Splash was good, wasn't it? It
Yeah.
had like the meat level.
Yeah, it was like one of the only parts of the game where I was like, oh, I'm having fun. We'll talk about that later.
Mario becomes Gordon Ramsay. And
I'll talk about that later, though. 6, I just like them the whole, like, 3-day cycle, like, what you do on the different days. I used to hate Riverside Station, but I actually like it. It's like this...
Riverside isn't bad.
It's like this rundown,
I kind of find it weird that there's literally a fight with, like, 2 Goombas in it.
There's Goombas
you know
in there.
What I mean? There's just random Goombas.
There
like
are Goombas. They're just random Goombas. They're just
like,
there.
What?
It kind of reminds me of
Why a random Goomba? It's in Chapter 6.
It kind of reminds me of
You can't do anything to me now. I have Defend Plus.
Kind of reminds me of there being fuzzies in like chapter 6 of Color Splash when they've been there since chapter 1 and they don't change at all. So you just kill them.
I don't know. I never played Color Splash. But...
Yeah, but you're gonna learn a lot about it. Trust me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hear about it.
Yeah, you're gonna hear about it, not actually see it, because yeah, playing it's a waste of time. But yeah, the boss with Smorg is really cool.
So do you want to put it in SS or S?
I would say SS. I appreciate it more with every playthrough.
Yeah, I think you're right now that I'm thinking about it. It's got some great parts. The whole part.
I really like Riverside Station actually.
Yeah,
I like the whole atmosphere and vibe of the place.
Yeah.
And like
I like how you start getting used to the like you just see those like random guys running around in Riverside, and then you stop thinking about it. I'm like, oh, it's just some random things running around, and then just the next day your train just gets infested.
Yeah, they just take over the entire train.
It's totally unexpected, but I think it's a great way to do it.
It's so cool though.
So I think we put it in low SS.
Yeah, I would say it's the weakest out of the top 3.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
But still, like, really good.
Okay.
The whole mystery element is also just... It's not as good as Chapter 3, but, like, it's still, like, really cool. And, like, how you you get items, like, you solve mysteries and stuff, like, you feel like you're an actual detective there. Like, Pennington is, like, one of my favorite characters in the game.
Oh, absolutely.
Fucking love Pennington.
He's got a great name, too.
Oh, yes, definitely. Yeah, the XS Express also, the entire chapter has, like, really good music.
Yeah.
Like,
so,
Smorg Fight is one of the
7,
best.
no.
Smorg Fight is one of the best themes, boss themes.
So, yeah, it is.
All
it's
right,
a great theme.
Chapter 7. This is,
General
like,
White.
the most hated one, because
Mr.
General.
Why do they have to do General White?
I don't know.
Like, I love this game, but I don't...
C tier. C tier.
I can't possibly fathom
I would say C
how
tier.
people would be like, yeah, okay,
C tier.
let's... Like, I can't possibly fathom how people in Nintendo... Like,
yeah, that's good!
Let's do
well,
that. Let's
it's...
go around wasting these person's time for like 15 full minutes.
Not necessarily
Don't
Nintendo.
Do I love the dungeon.
Not necessarily Nintendo. I think it's Intelligent Systems.
Intelligent Systems. Well, whatever. Don't do C tier. I really do love the X-Con dungeon.
C tier,
but
like when half of the chapter kind of sucks, then where do you put it?
Yeah, just go bomb in General White.
Or like half the chapter kind of sucks.
I don't think
where
that's half a chapter. I think that's less than half a chapter.
How is it less than half? Like the fortress is like the second half. The moon isn't really anything. It's just kind of there. It's really annoying to get through. The moon is cool.
Hey, Ludwig Frog, how's it going?
The moon is really cool. I like the moon.
Yeah, the moon part's really cool, and the dungeon is amazing. It's definitely one of the best in the game.
Yeah, Exnaut Fortress is badass. I love it.
I think we put it in low B.
Yeah.
I think that's a good place to put it.
For now, I guess. I mean, I don't hate playing through it besides General White. I think everything else is fine. But General White is just probably the thing I look forward to the least whenever I replay the game. I cannot fathom why Intelligent Systems thought it was a good idea to put that in the game. And think that's okay.
Hey, I don't know what Ludwig Frog is talking about Moose, but no, I'm not Moose. I'm Koops Trooper.
No,
I'm one of his IRL friends.
Moose is a homie of mine.
Also, I made this template.
Yeah, Moose is a homie of mine in another server. He's a cool guy.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're pretty much almost.
No, actually, if we have enough homies, maybe we should make that Discord server.
We're almost done with a chapter. With Thousand Year Door. So chapter 8 S tier.
Yeah, chapter 8, we put it in S.
Top of S, maybe even.
Top of S, yeah. That's what I think
that this is the best final level in the series.
Definitely the best final level in the series.
The bosses
boss fights are great.
Bosses are really good. I love I also like all the
dungeon is amazing.
I like all the throwbacks.
Actually can get kind of hard.
I like the throwbacks also. Like some of the bosses like you face here, like you faced really early in the game. Like
yeah.
Well, Gloomtail is kind of like Gloomtail is kind of like Hooktail, like Shadow Sirens. You fought them earlier, but now they have Dupless. Like the Dark Bones. Also, the Riddle Tower is super cool. I've always liked that. They're really mysterious and stuff.
I mean, it's a great final dungeon, but I think one of the best parts about Paper Mario is the dialogue and the characters.
Well, yeah, there's not much dialogue there, but it's the final area.
It's not much of a story, I guess.
It's like it is. It's the ending. It's the ending to the story. Yeah. So I think it's totally fine that they don't have much dialogue.
I think it works perfectly.
I think if the final area, the
final boss is amazing. Also,
I think if the final area focuses just on combat, I think that's fine.
Also, I love how Bowser shows up.
It's kind of the reason why Ganon's Tower and Ocarina of Time works so well. It's mostly combat, but it's still you feel oh damn, I'm about to fight the final boss.
Yeah. So now that we're saying this, do you think we put it in bottom of SS?
I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe I'll decide later.
Because do you think it's closer in quality to the chapter 5s?
Fuck it. Yeah, sure.
6?
Fuck it.
I think we put it right there. SS.
I'll put it right there. It's a fantastic finale, and also the Shadow Queen is my favorite final boss of one of my favorite final bosses of all time. Probably.
Yeah, it's a great final boss.
I don't know what my favorite final boss would be, but Shadow Queen's definitely definitely up there. And the fights with Grottos and Bowser are really good. Although it can be kind of frustrating that oh shit, I have to fight Bowser straight after Grottos if you haven't leveled up.
It's supposed to be hard.
If you didn't level up, but it's a challenge. I like that.
If you don't level up, I don't think I ever leveled up.
I haven't in between the battles, but I can still do it. It's just hard.
You can deal with Bowser pretty easily. Bowser isn't that hard enough.
Bowser's not that hard, but yeah, it's a good boss.
But if you're weakened from Grottos, that can be tough.
Yeah, you have to
Grottos can be tough on the first playthrough.
You have to spend a full turn healing.
Yeah.
The entire design of the palace is just so cool, though. I've always loved it.
With sweet trigger, sweet feast, you can definitely heal up.
The entire dungeon just has this sense of finality to it. This is this is the end of the game. You can feel oh shit, this is happening right now.
Yeah.
Damn, it's super cool. And I've always loved it. Ever since I first played the game, it's just so good. When we're looking at TTYD's average, I think TTYD is average.
TTYD is definitely
better than the first game when you look at the chapters, because you have 3 SS chapters, and I think that speaks for itself.
3 SS, you have 1 S, you have.
All right, now it's probably going to get a little bit more divisive.
Yeah, I think
these next two
we're going to disagree a little bit more on Paper Mario.
Yeah, I don't know about Sticker Star.
So, Chapter 1...
Alright,
I think Chapter 1
Road,
for Super Paper
Mario, I think
Mario,
it's B.
I think it's lowest of B, maybe.
Yeah, it's...
Maybe better than
I think I like it more than Chapter 7.
I like it more than Chapter 7. It's a fun chapter.
I like,
especially the Fractale boss fight. It's honestly, that's
so
one of the best first boss fights.
Fractale is so cool.
Yeah.
It's just it's such a huge scale.
Gigantic dragon go right on it.
It's such a huge scale for it's really easy, but it's so cool the first time.
Yeah, when this is the first Paper Mario game I actually got.
This was the first one I played.
I loved this chapter when I was 7 years old.
This was the first one I played. I loved it as well. Okay, there's not. Well, to be fair, there's not going to be as much to say about Super's chapters when we're looking at them.
It's actually got some good gameplay sections.
There's not. Yeah, I would say it does. It definitely does.
You get the story laid out.
1-1 is really simple, but
fun boss fight.
1-1's really simple, but it teaches you the 3D mechanic and all that stuff, and it's really cool.
Yeah,
and even if I don't
levels pull you any bullshit, which, let's be honest, there's a lot of bullshit that they gave you in Super Mario.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. I think we put it in bottom of B.
I would say it's better than Chapter 7. I like it.
Below.
I like it more than Chapter 7, to be fair.
I think it's overall better than Chapter 7.
Yeah.
If you ask me which one I'd rather play just because I have to do the general white thing, I'm not doing the general white thing to do that dungeon. I'd rather do the Chapter 7, Chapter 1.
I'd just rather play through Super's first chapter. And
I would too.
The character, I like Old Man Watchet, red and green.
Yeah.
The dungeon's pretty good.
The dungeon's decent. It's not amazing.
It's pretty good. That's why I said it's just decent.
Yeah.
It's a standard Mario castle.
So chapter 2.
Oh, this is definitely going to be the most divisive.
Going to be the worst chapter so far.
You think it's the worst one so far?
Yeah, and like worst
Probably.
one that it's at least it's gonna be below everything that we've ranked so far for sure.
I would say that I like the first.
I hate this chapter.
I know because you have like some kind of. Yeah, you get.
Okay, here's the reason.
Yeah, just tell.
Okay, you
can
tell
the lovely people.
Searching around the kingdom for General White, or you can go into chapter 2, which doesn't have a good dungeon at the end of it, and instead has a terrible maze part, which you don't have any like instruction, like you don't have any way to get through it without like just trying for trial and error. And it also has the
you go
the
through
part where you have to like run for 10 minutes on a hamster wheel. Yeah,
let's say that 2-3 is debatably the worst level in the entire game.
5-1 is so bad.
Oh, 5-1 I think is. No, I think 5-1 is the worst level in the game.
Yeah, let's say please to this guy like 8 times.
Yeah, fucking.
You know, I was thinking maybe after the first time.
Are you talking about chapter 5?
Like I've said please one time. I'm like okay.
Are you talking about chapter 5?
It didn't work, so I'll try to move on to a different strategy. You know what?
Hey, please again.
I'm totally going off the rails here, but Einstein once said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing again and thinking it'll be a different outcome. Apparently, no. You have to do it 8 times. Who in their right mind would actually go through 8 times?
Say please over and over again. We'll
without,
talk about that when we get to that, okay?
You think after maybe 1 or maybe.
Are you talking about chapter 2 or 5? I don't know what you're talking about.
No. Okay, chapter 5 is definitely worse than chapter 2. I'm not saying it.
Well, are you talking about 2 or 5?
Yeah, we're going right into chapter 5. No, I think chapter 2 is probably E or F for me.
I think
we put it in E.
I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't think it's that bad, so I'm gonna put it in D.
Okay, let me hear your
on repeat playthroughs. Okay, we're basing this off of like first playthrough and repeat playthroughs. On first playthrough, I think on first playthrough this was easily my second least favorite chapter in the game. Like 5 was always my least favorite. Okay, I'm going to scream when we get to 5. 2 is mostly brought down by 2-3, in my opinion.
2-4 is pretty bad.
2-4 isn't that good.
It's not like 2-1 is not that fun of a level either.
2-1 I actually liked. I didn't think 2-1 was that bad.
It's not like super good though.
It's bottom of D or top of E.
2-2.
Bottom D, top E, probably.
Is fine.
I like 2-2.
Like, there's not a whole lot of fun to be had. The boss fight's pretty
good.
It's
half. I would say it's half pretty good and half sucks. But yeah. So I guess.
But like the thing is like.
I'm gonna put it in D for now. I'm gonna put it in D for now.
Yeah, I would still like to push for that to be.
Maybe fuck it, E. I'm gonna put in E.
Like
because I know you think this is.
There's a lot of chapters that I think we should put in between that.
I know you think this is like one of the worst chapters in the series, but like, I don't think it was I don't think it was the worst.
Sticker Star exists and Chapter 5 exists.
Yeah, but fucking, we're gonna get to that when we get to that.
But like, there are chapters in Sticker Star that are better than this. That's what we put in D.
Yeah, there are. Oh, okay.
That's why I think
the Bitlands.
It's not literally bottom tier is the thing.
Yeah. All right. The Bitlands.
The Bitlands, pretty good.
I like the Bitlands.
I like the Bitlands. I think we put it right over chapter
1. Which chapter 1?
Chapter 1, for Super Paper Mario.
I would say I actually like it more than chapter 1 of the original.
Than what?
Than the original. I thought the Bitlands was super creative and charming, minus 3-2.
It was pretty creative and charming.
Minus 3-2.
Like, is it? I don't think it's more fun than chapter 1 of the original.
I thought it was really fun. The Dotwood tree I used to hate, but like I think actually right now it's really cool, because you're basically using using all of your abilities like together to like platform to the top of the tree, and it's really cool. Although it's annoying that if you fall down, you just have to redo everything.
But the water level isn't that great.
No, the water level's the worst part, easily.
And the 3-1 is.
I like 3-1. I think it's good.
Yeah, it's not like bad or anything.
Well, I don't think the chapter's amazing. I don't think the chapter's amazing. I think it's good.
You gotta think about it. We're comparing this to chapter 1 from the original, which is a great
first
chapter to start with.
I think it's better, honestly. I like it more. Also, really like the dungeon.
Oh, the dungeon at the end is great.
The dungeon's really good.
Hating sim part is hilarious.
Yeah. Swoon.exe. It's fucking hilarious. It's great.
I guess now that you think about it, if you ask me like which one I'd rather play now,
I would rather play Bitlands, honestly.
That's a tough question
the
for
Bitlands
me.
were just.
If
I've always thought they were like super
Bitlands
cool.
and it's a tough question for me, then yeah, I'll put it above.
I've always thought they were super cool.
I don't think it's better than Chapter 1 of TTYD though.
Alright, that's your opinion. Alright.
Wait, do you think it's better than Chapter 1 of TTYD?
No, about the same. About the same, in my opinion.
Yeah, Chapter 1 of TTYD is a better
about the same. Because, yeah. Alright. There's not as much to talk about with these chapters because they're like levels, so what about Chapter 4?
Chapter 4. I think we actually put Chapter 4...
Outer Space.
I think we put Chapter 4 at the top of B tier.
Actually. Chapter 4, like, Chapter 4 replaying the game, I don't know, maybe A. Fuck it.
I think it's the most fun chapter in the entire
game. Maybe A, honestly. I'm gonna put it in low A.
I don't know if it's exactly on the level.
You know what?
It's definitely at least top B, though.
I think Chapter 4 was, like, really cool.
Chapter 4 is definitely really creative.
It's a little bit repetitive with 4-1 and 4-3.
Yeah, I think just because the repetition of the space parts.
Say 4-2 and 4-4 are really good.
Yeah.
The woe zone is super cool.
Yeah, it's such a fun level. So I think we just stick it in top B.
And Mr. L.
And go with that.
Mr. L.
Yeah, that's a fun boss fight.
Really cool.
Robot's
like brain dead easy, but like the setting is cool.
Yeah. The shooter part is actually really
The shooter is like a nice change of pace, actually, in my opinion. I think it's good. I think it's good change from the core gameplay.
You wanna go yell at Chapter 5?
I'm gonna I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to talk about Chapter 5.
Yeah,
I fucking hate Chapter 5. I fucking hate it. It's so bad. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna make a separate tier for this. I hate this chapter so much.
Don't make a separate tier for it.
Like, Chapter 3
Sticker Star is worse.
Maybe. Honestly, I'm having trouble like thinking about it.
Okay, F tier is pretty much just where we put Chapter 3 from Sticker Star and Chapter 5.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, it's just a place for those two. Chapter 5 is
I think everything else we can put in E or D.
Chapter 5 is just fucking terrible, and I hate every single thing about it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm gonna say I don't like a single thing about Chapter 5. I don't like anything about it. There's nothing good about it. What's good? I hate the Kragnans. I hate all of them.
The Kragnans are absolutely obnoxious. That's
fucking
for sure.
Annoying and obnoxious. They're not funny. They're really stupid. They're really boring to look at.
There's the kind of cool minecarts in Chapter 5-3.
Yeah, but they're not cool because they just take so long.
Yeah, you're right.
Flint Cragley's a fucking idiot and I hate him.
I mean, like,
Flint
it's definitely not a fun chapter.
Flint Cragley's fucking horrible and I hate him.
Yeah, I mean, Flint Cragley's kind of charming.
Dead ass, he had the key the entire time! You didn't have to do any of the level!
Yeah, and the level's definitely tedious.
It's tedious, and then he's just like, I have the key. He's kind of funny at first, like, because he's, like, over the top and stuff. But, like, when he got, like, the key and stuff, I was like, oh my fucking god, are you kidding me?
Yeah, when he had the key,
I just thought that was so obnoxious.
Like saying, I went through this pretty tedious level, and then you're saying that I didn't have to do any of that?
5-3 and 5-4 aren't even good.
No, they aren't good.
They have good music, but...
They aren't good, but, like, just being not good is not enough to warrant an F tier, but 5-1 is tier.
5-1 is the worst level in the entire game, bar fucking none.
Yeah, I think it's the worst level in Paper Mario.
Yeah, honestly, the whole entrance to the whole entrance is terrible.
It's so mind-boggling how Nintendo would think saying please
also,
okay. That is something that somebody would potentially do without searching it up.
You also have to walk back and forth multiple times to get information from the Kragnans. Once you progress further in the level, you have to go all the way back to their village and like
you have to walk back and forth while there's just a bunch.
Figure out this code.
Quite hard, but you you just have which aren't hard. They're just taking your
You
time.
fucking figure out this code that has like 10 different inputs, and how the hell are you supposed to remember that without like taking a screenshot or something?
I wrote it down.
Yeah, but that's not good game design. That's awful game design. If you're gonna give me a code, make it like 4 digits or something. Don't make it like 10.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
You know how you're supposed to find the Reggies in the original Pokemon Emerald?
How do you do that? I don't know. I never caught them.
Okay. So there actually is a way to do it without a guide. It's kind of cool for people that actually went through this, like, big old puzzle. Because the instruction manual came with a Braille translator.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But, like, who has the instruction manual now?
Yeah, I don't have it. I own Emerald, but I don't have it.
Now nobody has it at this point.
Fucking nobody has it. Who's gonna have that?
Ruby didn't have that, lol.
Yeah, it didn't.
They're just like, yeah,
had a
lol,
pamphlet.
go search it up.
It had a pamphlet or something. Alright.
Yeah, but it didn't have a Braille translator.
Yeah, 5-2 also sucks. 5-2 is not as bad, but it still sucks.
Yeah, 5-2 is just kind of a slog.
It's
not super
just
fun.
a complete slog.
I think we stick it in F, and
So
I think just
the
because
entire
5-2 through 5-7, no, 5-2 through 5-4 aren't like terrible. That's why I think stickers are chapter 3.
The entire twist of saying, oh, the Kragnons were the bad guys and they were like polluting everything.
Of course, the Kragnons are the bad guys.
Doesn't help at all. I've already hated them, but now I hate them even more. That's great.
Yeah.
And on repeat playthroughs, I literally just want to grab Cudge and then shove the hammer in everyone's faces. Massacre the entire village. Fuck all of them.
You want to go to chapter 6 now?
Yeah, I don't
want
want to talk about chapter 5 anymore. It's just the thought
Let's
of
do chapter
of
6.
replaying chapter 5 ever again in my life just sounds completely terrible. It's one of the main reasons I don't replay Super all that often.
Yeah.
I've only played the game.
chapter
I've
6.
only played the game twice.
Yeah.
And
Let's just move on.
God, I can't.
The thing with
chapter 6.
No,
wait. Let me
I think they
speak
tried to be
first.
like Glitz,
Let me speak first.
With the whole fights.
No, it wasn't. Okay, the game, from a gameplay perspective, this chapter is like D to E tier.
Yeah,
it's just not good. It's not good. It's not fun.
From the
it's bad.
Story perspective.
From a story perspective, this thing is literally.
The thing with the gameplay, though,
the thing
is that it's super short, so it doesn't make you go through the whole thing.
Yeah, so.
I think we stick it in top of C tier.
Maybe. The thing is, it's so good story-wise that I want to put it bottom B tier.
If you want.
And it has a pretty good.
It doesn't make you sit through the combat for so long.
Yeah.
And it's got a fun boss fight with Mimi, and then it hits you with the road of nothing.
Yeah.
And then there we go.
And then if you go back to it, it's just really tedious.
If you go back to it, it's just really tedious. But that's your choice.
Beating all of it's optional. I like that, but
it's optional.
Doing that was one of like the most painful parts of playing the entire game.
Yeah, you just use Bowser.
You use Bowser and you fucking kill all of them, and it takes like more than an hour, despite it not being that hard.
Yeah, the only guys that are actually difficult are the guys that like run around crazy fast. You can't handle.
Yeah, those are really annoying. The small guys. Hate those guys. From a story perspective, this is probably the best chapter in the game.
Yeah.
Besides,
absolutely.
like, the last one.
It's so dark.
The World of Nothing is one of the...
The whole World of Nothing part works so well.
World of Nothing is one of the best songs in the series just because of how well, like, it works. For, like, the situation. Like, everyone was just literally erased. They weren't killed, they're just erased from existence.
So I think we stick it there, and that makes the most sense.
Yeah. If we're going to talk about, like, going back to it, it's probably E tier or D tier.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about
actually
back
no, definitely E tier. Definitely E tier if we're talking about like the gameplay
like,
experience.
If this was just if there was no plot twist, just straight up have to go through 100, E.
Oh
maybe
god,
E.
awful.
Yeah, it'd be awful.
Honestly, maybe even F. Maybe even F.
Maybe F, yeah. Probably high F though.
Awful. Just I'm so happy they didn't make you do that. Instead, they gave you a really interesting story segment of the game.
It's also the Mimi boss, which is pretty fun.
Yeah, Mimi is really cool. I like how I just like how the Void actually like destroys a world for like once. Like, and you see what really happens if you don't save everyone.
Maybe we should split up B tier.
Maybe.
But
I think B is fine. I think B is fine.
Okay, so what is this?
most of
Chapter 7.
Okay, Chapter 7. What do you think about this one? I want to hear your
I think
input.
it's pretty good.
I think
it can be kind of tedious in some portions.
Chapter 7 is
But I love how you have to climb
really
up
good
from
at the
hell
start,
go
and then it's just a downward spiral.
Yeah, it is just a downward spiral. 7-4 is
7-3 and 7. No,
it's not
7
easily the most underwhelming boss fight in the
Oh
entirety
god,
of
Bone
Paper
Chill
Mario.
is just Bone Chill's probably like
It's like, yeah,
he
I
looks
got the big old army.
he looks so cool. He looks so awesome.
And then suddenly
I love
he
him.
dies in 10 seconds.
Yeah, you just kill him in 10 seconds if you use Luigi. It's
probably the easiest boss in the entire freaking game.
Series. Fucking series even.
I mean, there's always the blooper at the start of TTYD.
No, like that took more effort.
I guess you're right.
Honestly, took more effort. I killed Bone Chill in literally like less than 10 seconds. Like I know this is a platformer, but like, come on, you gotta make the. Why didn't they at least give us like a cool arena to fight him in? Because you just fight him in like this corner of the castle.
Yeah.
It's really boring.
But the story in this part is very good.
It's very ironic that the chapter that has heaven and hell in it, hell is just way more fun to explore and like go around than heaven.
Yeah. I like the part where you can like feed all the different types of apples to Princess Peach. It's really funny.
Yeah.
Because you get some interesting results.
You get some really funny results.
Yeah.
B tier, maybe? A lot of these are in B tier, so maybe we should move some things up.
I think this chapter, especially because like 7-2 of the Underworld can also be kind of tedious.
Yeah,
it can be definitely kind of tedious. I think we put it in top of C.
Yeah, actually. If the over there was fun, I would probably put an A.
We're putting it in top of C.
Yeah, but if the over there was good, then I would put it in A.
If the over there was like good, and I mean like decently good.
Yeah.
Put it in top of A, because I don't even think the hell part was that fun.
The what part?
The hell part.
I thought it was good. I liked it.
It was good, but it like none of the gameplay was like amazing.
Well, yeah.
I like the jump boss fight.
The Chomp boss fight is really cool. I like how it calls back to him like simpler RPGs.
It's like Cerberus.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's the Cerberus of the Mario world.
Maybe we should put it at bottom D.
Yeah.
Maybe we should put it at bottom B.
Bottom B, yeah. I might separate B into 2 tiers.
Yeah, I think we should separate B into 2 tiers, but we'll do that later.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'll do
Put it in the bottom B. And
I said I was gonna play TTYD after this, but it might be too long to do that.
Maybe we should do something other than TTYD.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe.
We'll see. If anybody cares in
Nobody
the chat.
cares.
Yeah,
Nobody cares. Everyone's just gonna watch the VOD.
Right now.
Everyone's just gonna watch the VOD. All right. Castle Black.
Castle Black is good. I like that.
Castle Black, Game of Thrones. Castle Black is very good.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's very good. So where do you put it?
B tier, A tier? I don't know.
B tier.
I honestly think A tier.
B tier, A tier. It's better than Chapter 4 then.
I thought it was probably probably the coolest part of the game. The entire like aesthetic of Castle Black is like extremely cool. Like how it's just basically nothing. Just a bunch of...
I mean, I've only played the game twice.
I played the game twice, but like my most recent playthrough was like pretty recent, so.
Like, did you have most fun in Castle Black than any other part of the game?
No, but story-wise, I thought it was probably one of the best chapters in the game.
I guess it's just it has the like boss fight twist. That's kind of.
Yeah, I like the boss fights.
I guess it also has the ending part.
I like the boss fights, and the ending is just it's the best in the series, in my opinion. The ending to Super.
Yeah, I mean like the rest of the levels are just kind of just go through an enemy gauntlet.
Well, to be fair, when you're looking at the castle like parts of the first 2 Paper Mario games, they're kind of just that as well.
I guess.
You go through like enemies. It's more combat based.
But I mean, like the first 2 Paper Mario games actually had better combat.
Well, yeah, they had combat. That's the thing.
Yeah, they had combat. That's the thing I'm saying.
I still think it's A tier. I've always loved playing through it, and
I've
always loved all the cool story beats, all the dialogue, all the funny twists, like the fact that you can fight Francis again.
Oh yeah, that's pretty
just
fun.
randomly, you can choose Francis from a Mimi's like questions, and then you can just fight him again.
It's like, wait, what are you doing? Why am I here? What the heck?
Like, why am I here? Why do I have the same amount of health as before? When you're super strong now, and you're probably going to kill me.
What do you want? It's Francis.
Yeah, what do you need? It's fucking Francis, dude.
Yeah.
All right. So the final boss is like.
It's great.
It's great, but I think it's like really easy. It's the thing.
Absolutely, Shadow Queen was a better fight.
Shadow Queen was a better fight, but I think the entire like ending in general is better here. It's a lot more emotional. Like TTYD ends, you find the treasure, you go home, then you realize there's another treasure, and you're like, oh shit, I get to keep playing. And then Super, you're like Tippy and Blex or Lumiere sacrifice themselves at the end of the game. And like, because you've been knowing these characters like so well. Also, Dementio is like just such a good villain. I love him so much.
Yeah, he's such a good character.
He's fantastic.
And also, I loved before Chapter 7 how he literally just kills you.
Yeah, he just kills you.
But why can't he just do that in the final boss?
He just kills you.
Hold on 1 second.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna go to the bathroom as well. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I am back. We're gonna talk about the bad games. It's gonna be fun. Nobody's watching, but who cares? We're gonna talk about the bad games this time. It's gonna be fun. I have a lot to say about what we're about to look at right now. I have a lot to say about these chapters.
Oh yeah, I think Super Paper Mario was actually pretty good overall now.
Super is a good game, but it's mostly because of the... I think the gameplay is okay.
And B tier is pretty good.
I think most of the chapters being in B tier is pretty good average. Yeah, 2 and 5 are the exceptions, but for the most part the game's...
I think it's a quality game. Hold on 1 second, my dad's talking to me.
Sorry. We gotta talk about the bad games now. Alright. We must talk about bad video games this time. Sorry to anyone who likes Sticker Star and Color Splash. Alright, hold up. I gotta check Twitter about something. Hey, did you guys know Smash character's coming out next month? Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. I think the lower tiers are feeling a little empty. How are we doing?
Oh yeah, this is what these games are for. I forgot.
Yeah, lower tiers are feeling pretty lonely. They don't have any friends to play with. Let's give them some friends. Let's
hell yeah, let's just fill her up.
Chapter 1, D or E?
Just call it Chapter 1, yeah. Let's call them chapters, fuck it. Chapter 1, Boring Grassland, okay.
Yep, it's a boring grassland. It's got...
I don't know.
The combat is meaningless.
Okay, so what happened? Okay, can you played Sticker Star recently, right?
I played Sticker Star pretty recently, yeah.
Okay, just tell me what happens in Chapter 1, because I cannot remember for the life of me.
There's Chapter 1, it's got the fan thing, which is kind of a decent
This is your game. This is your game to talk about.
Yeah, Chapter 1's got the fan thing.
Oh yeah, the fan.
That part where it's local to enemies. It's a lot of the levels are just run through them without fighting anything.
I think that's not necessarily
It's mostly pretty tedious, honestly.
I wouldn't say it's...
I think we put it in D tier.
Yeah,
I mean,
honestly...
the Goomba Castle was overall kind of bad.
What was up with Goomba Fortress? What happened there?
Goomba Fortress, it had a couple... It had, some... segments. It was mostly just,
I remember there's a puzzle where you, have to move the bridge around.
That was kind of fun.
I haven't played Sticker Star in a while, and I don't have any interest in playing it again.
I mean, it wasn't like a super good puzzle.
Should I play Sticker Star again?
Because it had to do with Sticker Star stuff. If you really want to. It's definitely not a good game.
I'm not playing Color Splash and Sticker Star.
You're not doing it for fun.
I'm not playing...
Because you have nothing else.
Why the fuck am I playing Color Splash then?
Yeah, it's better than Sticker Star.
But it's not good.
Yeah.
I'm not enjoying myself.
I think it's a D tier chapter. It's not really that fun.
Okay.
But it's not like
I remember all. Okay, here's what I remember about chapter 1. I remember using the fan to like blow the windmill. I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's got the Buzzy Beetle boss fight, which is kind of okay.
Who cares about the Buzzy Beetles, dude?
Yeah. And the Goomba is terrible. You just use.
The Goomba boss looks so cool at first. I thought it was like really interesting that they all turn into like this big card.
Yeah, but you just use the scissors.
You just use the scissors and you win. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, it looks cool. The boss looks cool. Like, I know it's just a Goomba, but like, they turn into a big card. That's pretty cool. I also like I remember there's a Rube Goldberg machine like section in like chapter in like the 5th level.
Yeah, it's kind of neat.
Which is
like
which is charming.
It's nothing that's not like super fun.
It's not. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying it's
it's
mediocre.
Yeah, it's mediocre. It's not. I mean, I think I worded something wrong earlier, but it's nothing. It's nothing that's great.
Yeah.
Nothing that's that good.
I agree.
It's nothing like terrible though.
I'm just going off by memory of what I remember about Sticker Star.
Yeah,
I have not played Sticker Star since 2016.
I mean, I pretty much didn't battle anybody, so.
And if I was going to play it again, I'm not playing it anytime soon because I'm not playing Color Splash and Sticker Star back to back.
Most of it was kind of tedious. And then we have Chapter 2.
There's not much to talk about with these either.
Chapter
I have a lot to say about
worse.
Color Splash, though.
Chapter 2 is probably worse than Chapter 1.
Chapter 2, I just remember having 5 levels and then getting to the end and then realizing that I had to collect all these random things to open the door.
Yep. The thing is a little bit more well hidden, but it's pretty obvious for it. You just search around in the chapter.
Yeah, you do basic exploration.
Yeah, you do basic exploration and find it. If you use it up, though, you're fucked.
The Yoshi Sphinx.
You can't use it up.
The Yoshi Sphinx level, I remember a lot, especially since it's like in the picture you chose.
Yeah.
I remember that level and like the weird Yoshi sound that the Yoshi makes.
Yeah.
Like when it swallows you.
Kamek boss fights are terrible.
Yeah, they're all bad. They're all bad.
You don't know which stickers
they're all bad.
So it's just kind of RNG based, honestly.
They're all bad. Especially the last one. The last one's just awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember there being a Kamek boss fight, like some mini bosses with just a bunch of random enemies. I remember that level where you like go to the bottom of like this, like you go underground and like you fall down like these slides or something. What level was that? I forgot. Do you remember it?
2-3.
Yeah, 2-3.
I think that was 2-3.
What was that one?
That's what that was.
I don't think it was that. I think it was bad.
It wasn't that fun.
Like because you had to just reset your position every single time you failed.
If you want to go back for something, you have to go all the way and reset.
Yeah, which is really annoying, and you have to like keep track of everything.
I didn't really have to reset many times though.
Well,
It was
it's
a
not
very
hard.
quick chapter.
It's not hard.
It's honestly everything. I flew through the game.
Yeah, it's a quick chat. It's not a long game.
Yeah.
It's a quick chapter. Which I think E, I guess.
I think we.
E or D? Would you say E or D? I would say E.
It's E or D.
From what I remember, I would say
it's not too bad.
I would say it's better.
Kind of similar to Chapter 1.
Better or worse than Chapter 2 from Super? Would you say?
I think it's slightly better.
All right, I'm gonna place it above.
You don't have to wait for 15 minutes.
I'm gonna place it above. Okay. All right.
Above E. I mean, like
okay.
I feel like Super.
Yeah.
I feel like that. Chapter 2 from the Super would be like top of E.
I also remember there's a level in Chapter 2 of
I think we put World 2 from Sticker Star in like bottom of D.
I remember there's no, I think it's E. From what I remember, I just really didn't like playing it.
It's not really that fun.
I thought it was really boring and tedious, and it was like just a boring desert world.
I think it's worse than Chapter 1.
Yeah, it is easily.
Yeah, so I guess we just put it there.
At least the
You're right.
desert music is pretty good.
Yeah, Chapter 3, just stick it at the bottom of the chest. We know where that's gonna
go. Let's talk about Chapter 3.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how it's
super tedious.
It's 12 levels. It's fucking.
I really
love that one. 12 levels.
Like,
12.
I mean, I hate it. I mean, this one level where you just have to wait in this freaking boat.
Loop River.
And if you miss it, then you have to wait again.
Loop River.
Slow.
Loop River.
Yeah.
One of the worst.
The levels are such a slog. Every level feels the same, honestly.
Why are there 12?
levels, and like almost all
They
of it
all
was
look the
Sniffer
same.
Whiffle.
They don't look
But-
aesthetically different. They all look the same. They don't. What's different about them? I can't.
Like this was the part. This
I
was the
could
part,
not
like,
tell
the
you.
game when I'm like, okay, I just want to stop playing.
I could not tell you. I could not tell 3-8 apart from like 3-4 or something.
Yeah, they all like almost all of them had. They all have like the same aesthetic, except for
there's
like,
one good part. There's
except
one.
for the one where you go in the cave
There's
with the spiders, and
Yeah.
then there's Sniffer with it. I love Sniffer with it.
Sniffer with it is actually just. I think it's the only part of the game where I was like, oh shit, I'm playing Paper Mario right now.
It's the most fun part of the entire
It's
game.
really interesting. It's really fun.
So just
I
because
love
of
it.
that, do we put it over Chapter 5? I don't think so, because it's
I think
so
it's more tedious.
unnecessarily long.
It's longer.
It's more tedious.
It's the
like-
longest chapter in the game, like by far.
longest
It's like
chapter in the
twice
game.
as long as every other
And
chapter.
It's not fun.
And
it's not fun at
super
all
tedious.
outside of Sniffer with it.
Sniffer with it is good because like it feels like it has like the charm of like the old games.
Yeah.
And like it's fun to go
actually
through.
fun,
Like
too.
the mini games that you participate in there are like legitimately fun.
Yeah.
Like you have to like think about like what you're doing and stuff. But like that's about it. That's all I can say for positives on the chapter. Wiggler is kind of a character, I guess. He's just kind of
He's not like that good of a character though.
yeah. Finding his segments is also really fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Just
And
having
I feel
to.
like all the levels where you find the segments are like almost identical.
They're the same. They're all the same.
Yeah, they're like the same level.
They're all the same level. There's no different. They're just different in what you see. Like
Yeah.
the platforming or something.
Just
And then there's
aesthetic.
enemies
It
every.
feels the same.
Oh yeah, by the
There's
way.
enemies that you just avoid because you
Oh
don't
yeah,
want to fight
the
them.
Bafflewood also.
And it's all
I hate the
so
Bafflewood.
slow and tedious.
The Bafflewood is
That's why I don't-
the Bafflewood is so annoying. Also,
Which one?
the Bafflewood. The
Bafflewood?
second
I don't remember.
level, the second level where you have to like go through a big maze. That's not fun.
Oh yeah. That's
Well,
really
avoiding enemies because they give you nothing.
fun. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you could just run from them.
Yeah, but like that's annoying. Even if you
Yeah,
do run
the
to
whole
them,
thing is annoying.
if you do run to them, it's just really annoying.
Just the stickers, the whole mechanic of stickers.
The whole game just sucks, but like yeah.
Okay, so chapter
No, I
4,
have more to
sticker
say
store.
about 3. Let's
Oh,
talk
you have more
about
to say? You have more to say?
let's talk
Okay.
about a little more about 3 also.
I guess the boss fight. It's another sticker store boss
The
fight.
boss
What can
fight,
say?
I would say the boss fight is probably one of the better ones.
It's because the music is good.
It's the music. It's just the music. I
Yeah.
really like how Gooper Blooper like claps to the song.
Yeah.
Apparently he's going to be in Origami King as well, but as like made out of paper mache or something.
Fine with that.
That's he like attacks a boat or something that you're on, which
I mean, like
that
what's
could be
the
cool.
problem?
That might be cool.
There's bloopers in like.
There's bloopers in all the
Squidward
games. It doesn't
stuff.
matter. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't
I'm
matter.
I'm okay with him being here.
Yeah. So
But
you want to do chapter 4 now?
just
It's
the thing
best
is the
chapter
thing
in
is like
Sticker Star.
the thing is like when I'm talking about chapter 3, like everything just blends together.
Yeah, everything blends together. It
Everything
feels like
looks the
fall.
same. Everything's just slow and
Except
tedious.
for the boss, it's never the one.
It's just Sticker Star. It's Sticker Star in a nutshell. It's just the whole world just described
It's so tedious.
just as it just shows like every single thing wrong with the game, and like why I think it sucks.
Yeah.
All right.
So
chapter 4.
is actually kind of fun.
Yeah, I guess.
The Ending Mansion was pretty good.
So I'm gonna say D
It's
tier.
got some nice puzzles
I'm gonna say
and stuff.
D tier still, top of D.
I'm gonna say C tier.
I'm gonna say D.
Ooh, bottom of D.
I'm gonna say D
like,
because it still
4-6
has no.
has
Here's the thing.
4-6
Here's
has a kind of fun Minecraft
here's the
part.
thing. It still has
Like
the
some
Sticker
of the
Star
earlier levels
gameplay.
have some decent gameplay
It
in
still
terms of like the overworld.
it still
I think it's
has
the best structured part. It's got the Ending Mansion.
it still
I mean,
has
sure, it's still
okay.
Sticker Star.
yeah. It's just the
but
same thing. It
it's
still
got
has the
some
gameplay.
fun in it.
It still has the gameplay, but like also like when I'm looking back at it, I'm like, yo, there's one level that I like in it, and that's about it. Like, what's so special
Yeah.
about like the other levels? I guess the boss is
4-6
probably.
is kind of fun.
I guess the boss is okay, because it
4-6
doesn't.
is kind of fun because it's got the minecart section.
4-6 is interesting. I like how it's just basically a roller coaster. Like
Yeah,
section.
the roller coaster part's pretty fun.
I like how you get in line.
There's some parts with like where you have to like platform over some penguins in the overworld. It's kind of fun.
It's okay.
It's not like super good or
I didn't
anything.
think Snow
So,
Rise.
I
I didn't
put
think
it in-
Snow Rise or Ice Flow was that good. thought both of them were kind of
Yeah.
boring and just sticker star.
I mean, they're kind of boring, but
And
they're
then
not
4-5 is just really lame. 4-5 is really boring. 4-4 4-4 doesn't exist. It's just a shop.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know why there's just one single level in the game that is just a shop.
It means less sticker star. I don't care.
I don't know why there's one single place in the game that there's one level that's just a shop and that's it.
Yeah, I mean it's less sticker star we have to play.
Yeah. But
it's got 2 decent levels, and the Enigma Mansion was pretty good.
Enigma Mansion is probably the best level in the game. Second best level in the game. I think Stiff It or Whiff is the best.
Oh yeah, for sure. So do you think it's more similar in quality to Flower Field?
No, I think Flower Field is better.
1?
I'd rather play through Flower Field because at
Of
least
course
I'm
I'd
still
rather play.
because at least I'm
What
still
saying
playing
is,
like
I'm saying, do we put it in bottom C or top D?
top D for me personally.
Okay.
I just think the entire.
I mean, like I really.
If we're gonna put it in C, we're like comparing it to these games, which has these games have good gameplay.
Oh yeah, you're right. I don't want to compare this to Boggly Woods at all.
Yeah, like D tier is like mediocre.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This one's
like
mediocre.
E is bad and F is just the worst. All right.
I think we put Chapter 5 for sticker star just in between World 4 and 1.
I don't like Chapter 5 at all. I really didn't like it. The first level is just really tedious.
The first level is very tedious.
The first level is super tedious. What's the second one? The second one is the raft one. It's okay,
the
I
raft
guess.
Is kind of fun.
It's fine. It's
and
just
then
it's
the
just
Chomp
slow.
Ruins is kind of fun.
Chomp Ruins is like the one good part.
And then the rest of
the volcano levels suck. The volcano levels suck. I'm sorry, they're just bad.
Yeah, but I mean, like it's just kind of like World 1. World 1 also kind of sucks.
Yeah, but if it sucks, then we should put it in E tier. Should we put it in E tier, honestly?
It doesn't suck, I guess.
I would honestly put World 5 in E tier.
I think World 5 is better than World 1 though. So I guess
I don't because at least World 1 has like. Actually, I'm gonna switch these things around. I'm gonna put World 1 in E tier and I'm gonna put World 5 in D tier.
I think you're right. World 5 is low D.
I'm gonna switch them around.
Because I think World 5 is overall still kind of mediocre.
World 5 is bad for the most part, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's.
I think it has
like
one good. I think
though.
Chomp Ruins is like the thing is like the worlds in Sticker Star. They usually have like one pretty decent level.
Yeah, but World 5 has 2 decent levels. The raft is fun.
The raft is boring. It's just kind of you go. There's not like much you do on the raft, and like the cheap chomp thing is okay, I guess. It's just nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing to write home about.
Yeah, it's not Sticker Star. It's more fun than normal Sticker Star.
It's cool, I guess, but it's still not that interesting.
I think that's a good place for
boring.
For World 5.
Still boring in my opinion. And I think the jungle levels aren't the worst thing ever, but like the volcano levels, I just hate them for some reason.
The volcano levels are just more Sticker Star.
The volcano levels are boring and they're not fun,
boring,
and they're visually and they're also visually. They're also visually uninteresting.
Yeah.
And they have mediocre music. They're just kind of there.
Yeah. So we just Chapter 6 put in E tier.
Chapter 6 is definitely E tier. I think it's bottom V.
Bottom V for sure.
The thing is just so short. It just the first level doesn't exist. The first level doesn't exist.
It's not even a final level. It's just a boss fight.
The first level doesn't exist. The second level is an airship.
Oh, we're talking about Sticker Star. Sorry.
The first level is like really boring. Well, no, the first level doesn't exist. There is no first level. You you come to the crossroads and then you're like, oh wait, I can't access this yet. I need 5 royal stickers.
Hold on 1 second.
Right.
I gotta make sure my brother doesn't beat me.
Sure.
Beginning of the game, one toad is under the mat. You have to hit him, but if you hit him right on top of the head, kill him.
Alright, what are you saying right now?
Put on my brakes. Hey, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Let's talk about it more.
Yeah.
The first level doesn't exist. You just have to get the 5 royal stickers and then you go. The second level is an airship level. It's a level. It's not good. It's not good. It's bad.
You get ambushed by Bowser.
And the last level is just awful.
It's just a chemic boss fight, which is terrible.
Not even a level.
Which is not even fun at all.
No, the Bowser fight sucks.
Yeah.
It's just awful. It's so drawn out. It's boring. You don't feel anything the thing about the first three.
I mean, I don't think there's barely any, if any, fun to be had here. That's why I think it's worse than chapter 2.
No fun. There's zero fun. There's zero fun to be had here, to be honest.
Yeah, and it's so short. Like,
should F tier even? Maybe F tier?
I don't think we put it in F tier because F tier is reserved for the terrible ones.
Well, yeah, those are the bottom two easily. So
yeah, I don't think it's absolutely.
I'll keep them there.
Terrible.
I'll keep them there.
Yeah.
Sure. All right.
Yeah, do that.
So we just finished talking. Well, now we're at the last one, and you have not played this video game.
Go ahead, Color Splash.
You have not played this video game. So all these placement you shouldn't. It's a waste of time. If you hate Sticker Star, you're gonna hate this one. But you're gonna dislike it, but you're not gonna hate it as much, basically. All right. Chapter 1. I'm having a hard time placing this somewhere. I honestly think it's worse than the first world of Sticker Star.
Really?
The problem with this is that it's literally so fucking drawn out. There's so many random. Okay, so you can beat Sticker Star's first world. Like how long would you say it would take?
How long did it take me? It took me like an hour and a half.
Yeah, an hour and a half. Here you'll probably take 3.5 hours or more.
Really?
It's literally just a bunch of bullshit. It's one of the worst like first impressions you can get from the game.
Doesn't it have those like super toad guys? Aren't they kind of charming?
They're kind of. I guess maybe I'll put it over Sticker Stars.
But you think it's overall more fun than Sticker Stars First World? Because if it's
I'm gonna say it's. I'm actually gonna say it's better. Because the overworld gameplay in Color Splash is way better than Sticker Stars, but
okay,
it's
then maybe
still.
Put it in bottom D.
It's still not bottom D.
Okay, just put it there then.
The battle system is just atrocious,
okay,
and
so
you do have to do a pretty decent. You do have to do a pretty decent helping of battling here. There's some fun to be had in the first chapter. I think Blue Bay Beach is a decent level.
If you think there's some fun to be had, then maybe put it bottom D.
No, D is mediocre. D is like there's half good things about it and there's half bad things about it. I would say E is like there's bad things about it's mostly bad.
Okay, if you think it's mostly bad, then put it there.
The thing about the first world, it starts with like a pretty generic like first level, like it's just Ruddy Road, and it has some charming moments. I like the coffee shop there, like, and the Shy Guys remarking about how the coffee is so overrated, but they're still gonna waste their money on it. Yep. I like how when you unfold like the road, like the Ruddy Road, and like the Shy Guys like were like curling up into a big like circle. That's cool, I guess. I don't know. Maybe bottom D actually. Thinking about it.
Okay.
Maybe.
You think it's better than Chapter 5 from Sticker Star?
No. Because.
No. Okay.
Actually, yeah, I like it more.
I mean, Chapter 5 from Sticker Star is like half good.
I like it more. Well,
I mean,
Chapter
like
5 is one good level.
Okay.
Chapter 5 is like one level that I really like, and the other is just mediocre, not good.
So do you think
we
should actually put
I'm gonna
Chapter
talk
5 from Sticker Star into top of E?
I'm gonna put an E tier.
Yeah,
okay, so Chapter 1 also has the first level is just kind of okay. Cherry Lake is like this water wheel level.
Go ahead and put that into top of E.
Yeah, I did. Cherry Lake is like this it's delayed. Cherry Lake is like this kind of it's a water wheel level, like there's a bunch of water wheels in it. It's kind of interesting. The music's really good. But there's like you just have to find like a Toad's clothes around there so you can so he can figure out his destiny as like the chosen one.
Okay.
The 3 chosen Toads I like them. And I like their dialogue. I really like the Red Toad's dialogue. You find him in Cherry Lake. He refers to himself as Justice Toad.
Justice Toad? Okay.
Yeah. I really like when he figures out he has powers, he just freaks out.
Okay.
Blue Bay Beach is okay, I guess.
Wait, don't they just become stuck as keys forever?
Yeah. They just live there. They literally just live there. They live on the gate now. They live inside the gate.
Epic.
Like you put them on the gate and then you think that they're dead forever and then they're like, oh wait, no we're not.
Okay.
I would say the charm here is definitely better, which makes it a lot like actually thinking about it, it makes
Can you
it.
hear other people talking on my end? Just want to make sure.
Oh, you can.
But can you?
No, I can't.
Okay, good.
You're fine.
Good.
You're fine.
All
I
right.
would say that just because of like Color Splash's humor and charm, I like it more. Because that's like the thing about the game. Like I told you the other day I didn't like the game because I don't, but
Yeah.
I can't deny that like it has good writing. It has like a lot of charm to it. That's that's why like.
I mean, like the writing is kind of repetitive though. It's just kind of paper though.
No, it's not really. There's like a lot of.
Okay.
There's paper jokes, but like then there's a lot of like random jokes about like fucking pop culture and like stuff. There's like one where I was playing today. The Hammer Bros were like, I beat them in a battle and they were like, oh check us out on social media or something, on the official website of the fucking circus. It just came out of nowhere and then they just run out of the scene.
Okay, but is that funny?
No, it's just kind of, it's not, a lot of Color Splash's dialogue is not like that funny, but like makes you, it's like, huh.
Okay, I mean, it's actually.
There's some like
some soul put into it.
There's
some Sticker Star.
There's some good jokes in Color Splash. Like obviously I don't know all of them, because like but like if you were ever to play the game, which you probably won't, it's not really worth your time in my opinion.
Okay.
I don't think Color Splash is worth your time, but like the writing's pretty good.
Alright, makes sense.
The dungeon for this place is it's pretty much the same. I have the same thoughts about it as the Goomba Fortress.
Alright. So I guess let's move on to chapter 2.
No, I have more to say.
Alright.
The boss is atrocious.
The bosses are all atrocious in Color Splash.
Completely terrible. You fight him for one turn, you take off like half his health, and then Morden makes his mallet like fiery. And then you better make sure that you got all the purple rescue squad toads and you met up with them at Ruddy Road to get the fire extinguisher, or else you're going to be fucked. So, yeah, you're going to take 48 damage. Which is just fun.
Yeah, it's not even possible to win.
It's not. It's not. No, it's not. It's not possible. You can't. You can't win.
Got it.
Yeah, and there's some other levels there, but some of them are just kind of throwaway. There's an underground level, but it's just so throwaway, and I just literally can't remember a single thing about it. Besides the fact that there was like a shunned shy guy there, who's like folded up or something. He looks weird. He has like scary music playing. It's like a creepypasta. It was kind of funny at first, but it's just kind of there. And every other thing about the world is just kind of okay. But at least it's charming, and you get like the key toads are cool. I like them. It's just kind of it's average. It's very, very average for the most part. Chapter 2 of Color Splash. I have to do a lot of explaining here because you haven't played it, but it's basically like just a desert kind of area. It's like it's kind of like half like plains, like half desert, half like rocky area or something, like cliff area. Like there's some good parts to this world, but it's just it kind of falls into a similar trap as the first world, except I think it's honestly a little worse. It's very forgettable. The only thing I remember about it is the Colosseum, which even in itself like was kind of annoying the first time around, because when you first enter the Colosseum, they're like, hey, you can step right up, fight Iggy, and you go up there, and you can do that from the start of the level. You don't have to do any exploring. You can do that from the start of the level, but you will lose. You just can't win. So you have to go through the level and find the bone because they decided to make the bone not available to you because you've already found it before, you've already used it before, but they decided to make it not available to you because they need to make a level out of this or something, or I don't know. And then there's just one thing I do like about this chapter is that there's no tedious like rescue squad. Like you have to gather them. You don't really have to do that here. But also like there's not really like much character here. I feel like there's some character, I guess. Like I guess Marmalade Valley, which is kind of like a level where they're like looking at fossils. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, I guess. But
do you think it's D tier?
I would.
Wait, can you hear stuff on my end?
Kind of, but not really. The mic is not picking it up.
Okay,
don't
sorry,
worry
my
about
brother is watching.
Don't worry about it. So I don't know about the second chapter. I would honestly say E tier, top V.
E tier.
Top V. It's very. The thing is, nothing about it stands out. It's just really boring.
Okay, if it's just really boring, nothing's in
Nothing. There's nothing really I remember about it. There's nothing like. There's some moments that I remember about the other chapters. Like even chapter 1 has some cool things in it, but like this one just kind of, it exists. That's it.
Okay, got it.
All right, World 3 or Chapter 3. I'm gonna call it Chapter 3 because, in terms of
we're just doing everything for chapters,
theme, Chapter 3 is just all over the place. But the themes here, in my opinion, are like significantly better than the first two. The first two worlds are like kind of just traditional Mario biomes. Like here, as you see in the image, like it's kind of like a factory like area. It's an industrial area or something. It's like factory themed. Then there's also a hotel level. I think the hotel level was really good. It's it's a haunted hotel where you look for toads throughout and you do like requests for them.
That sounds fun,
actually. It's actually charming. Like they all have their own dialogue, and then you set them up for you gather all of them to partake in a tea party. Which you don't actually. Well, the only reason you do the level after is so you can get the teapot. So that kind of makes it a little bit annoying, but also there's not much battling in this level. There's like one mandatory battle. There's one mandatory battle. It's very easy. You should be done within like less than 2 minutes.
Okay.
And I really like that. The fact that, like, the battle system... I hate the battle system so much. It's just awful. And, like, the worst it's ever been. So, like, the fact that there's a level that just allows me to avoid it is just perfect. It's just great.
Okay.
Plum Park is the second level. It's, like, I really like how, it's just, the backyard of the hotel. It's a separate level, but it's, like, the backyard, which I think is...
Is it good?
It's a poisoned park, and it visually looks amazing. There's like a concert with Birdo there, which is kind of interesting. And then you fight Petey Piranha. He's just there. I don't know why he's there, but he's there. The last 2 levels, unfortunately, is where I think things get a little bit messy. Actually, no. You go to a forest level, like, randomly, where everything is small first, before you go to these last 2 levels.
This sounds way better than, like...
Yeah, this is way better than the first 2. This is way better than the first 2.
Okay. So it's definitely better than Chapter 4 from Sticker Star.
Yeah, so I would probably put it top of D.
You think it's better...
Top of D. Top of D.
You think we should put it in C tier, or
no?
No C tier?
No, definitely not.
Okay, I guess
it still has the Color Splash gameplay, and I'm about to talk about the last 2 levels, which I just don't like.
Okay. All right then. Makes sense.
Then there's a level with like small enemies, which it's kind of cool, but it's also kind of annoying because like there's a lot of mandatory battles with these small enemies, and there's a lot of them, so they just do like 50 damage to you.
Okay.
Which is just annoying. So you pretty much have to use things if you want to like kill them quickly.
All right.
But it's okay. It's fine, I guess. Then you enter the last 2 levels, and the first one is for some reason you go from a forest area to like a weird mechanical area. Don't ask why. Like here's the I think it's kind of like breaks like immersion or something, like breaks cohesion. You just kind of go to a factory area. Like, and then you go here, and then you play Sniff It or Whiff It, which should be good, right? It should be fun.
Yeah.
It's not. It sucks. It's honestly like significantly worse than it was in Sticker Star. And
what they do.
All right, so what you do instead is that in the beginning of the level there's this Sniffit in the corner who says he's going to give you some cards for 1,000 coins. You buy the card.
Hold up. I just want to remember something. So you know how it started with 64th annual?
Yeah.
Doesn't it go up by 1 every time?
Oh, what goes up by 1?
The number of years.
Number of years for the games come out.
Well, like the game show type thing.
The average.
That's like 64th annual for Paper Mario for like the.
No, this isn't named anything. It's just named Sniff It or Whiff It Seabed Edition because you do it at the bottom of the ocean, which is cool, but like.
Yeah, I just noticed it. I noticed it goes off 1 every game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I like that.
So like, it if they stuck with that, and that
That
means
would be
we
cool.
get 69.
If we get Sniffer or Whiff in the next game, but it's actually good, I'll be happy about that.
No,
I'm
just
totally
saying, like,
okay with
if it really
Sniffer or Whiff
goes
it.
up by one every game, then that means we would have 69th annual for Origami
That would be
Game.
funny. That would be really funny.
That would be very funny.
What if they bring that back? That would be so good. I would love that.
That'd be hilarious.
Okay, so let's talk. I'm gonna talk.
Get the inside joke, or just be like, haha, they really went with that. Okay,
I'm gonna talk a
funny
little more
Nintendo.
about Chapter 3. So Sniff It or Whiff It is way different this time around. You don't actually move. You don't like participate in mini games. Instead, what you need to do is that you have to memorize cards that they show you on the screen. Then you have to put them onto the screen, and then you just win.
Oh.
That's all you do. And the thing is, if you don't buy the cards from this one Sniff It, you will probably be screwed because you won't be able to get the special prize, which is required to get. Like, you have to buy these cards because the Sniff It gives you all the cards that you need. So there's nothing to it. It's just
I haven't played it, but that's
you scroll through your deck, and then you just find the right card, and then you pick it, and then you win. And it's just significantly worse than it was before. It's really disappointing because like they redid like the theme for Sniff It or Whiff It. Like it's the same, but like it has different instruments, but it sounds way better.
Okay.
Like they redid all those songs and they sound amazing, but like it just doesn't suit well with like the style they go for here. And then Fort Cobalt is just kind of lame. It's the last level. You fight Ludwig. Ludwig's fight is not interesting at all. It's boring. Which sucks because you fight him he's on a mechanical ship. That's what you fight him on. Like,
so you say it's like half. You say it's mostly good, or like half good, half bad.
Half good, half
because half good, half bad
good.
is D tier.
Half good, half bad. There's two good levels. There's one mediocre level, and there's two bad levels.
And two bad. Okay.
So I would say it's like just
eight.
like the most mid chapter you can get.
Okay.
Fort Cobalt is just kind of lame. There's not really much. The only thing I liked about it was that there was this random part of the level where there's just a cafe where all the Shy Guys are eating magma burgers, which causes them to get fire breath. Pile of ashes on one of the chairs, who's like, I didn't even eat one of the burgers. He just breathed fire on me, and he just goes away.
That's pretty funny.
Which I actually laughed at that. That was legitimately funny, and I was happy about that. And they also have like this room with like all these like all this exercise equipment. And, like, you run on the treadmill. Huey doesn't actually run on the treadmill. And he says he got a good workout. And I'm just like, bitch, please. He just floats.
It doesn't sound like Fort Cobalt is that bad, though.
Well, the level is just kind of boring, in my opinion. There's way too many enemies scattered about there. It's just regular Shy Guys, and you've been fighting them since the start of the game, so...
Makes sense.
Like, what's there to do there? And then you fight Ludwig, and then all you have to do is use the tail for like, and then hit his cannonballs back at him, and then he becomes then he goes into a sub, and then you have to use the balloons so you can bring him back, and then you kill him that way. It's okay. At least his battle theme is like really good, but like that's also for like every single boss in the game besides maybe Morden, because Morden is just kind of okay.
Alright, so what about chapter 4?
Alright, I said everything I have to say about that. Yeah, I have a lot to say about these chapters. You need to know what they are. Chapter 4 is probably C tier. Probably C tier. Probably the bottom of C tier. Maybe C tier.
So what happens in chapter 4?
Chapter 4, so basically what you start with is that you have to use the fan to get your ship to move so you can go to the Violet Isles. Which is like a bunch of different islands that house parallel worlds, which are pretty cool, except the fact that...
but that sounds way better than Flower Fields.
Except the fact that you're playing Color Splash and you still have the bad gameplay. And one of the levels is just not good. Lighthouse Island is just really boring. There's a lot of there's so many boos, which are really annoying to beat, and I just ran away from most of them. So I didn't do anything with them. And there's this part where you have to like make a path with like your paint hammer, which is just kind of, it's super dark. You can't see anything. You have to make your own path.
That sounds kind of fun.
It's there. It's okay, I guess. It just took a while for me to do because I was just wasting all of my paint because you have limited amount of paint.
Okay.
And you have to go get the lighthouse thing. Do stuff. Well, actually, maybe better than Flower Fields, to be honest.
I mean, it sounds much more
It's much more
but
interesting.
the gameplay has to be probably worse.
It's much more interesting, definitely. Like in terms of concept.
Yeah, I mean, like there's Flower Fields. It's not mediocre, music, but it's still pretty fun.
The music here is a bop. It's really good. It uses like all these pirate sounds of like pirates in the background.
That's one thing over Flower Fields.
Uses all like these pirate noises in the background, which is cool.
It sounds more interesting, and the music is better.
I like the Toad crew that you go with.
Okay, yeah, it sounds like it might even have more charm than Flower Fields.
The first level is pretty interesting actually. You're like on a boat and you have to like shoot cannons at the right time.
Okay.
Like to shoot targets.
Yeah, it sounds like a better level.
And like pass some trials, which is kind of interesting.
But you think it's better than Boggly Woods or not?
I don't know. I think it's in the middle.
Boggly Woods 1,000 year
Because I was still really bored with like the battle system. Every time I ran to an enemy.
Yeah, if you're still really bored with the battle system.
Every time I ran to an enemy, I just groaned.
Chapter 2 overall, it wasn't like super boring. Chapter 6 was kind of boring.
I just groaned audibly every single time I had to fight a boo because
the
enemy variety here is just atrocious. There's on the parallel world you got dry bones and boo. That's all you got. On the normal world you have Koopas, which for some reason are in World 4, even though you've seen them all the way back in World 1. And you have bloopers, which same thing.
Yeah, it sounds super weird.
Which same thing. Well, no, you've been seeing them since Plum Park, but they're still really easy. No, the game is crazy easy. It's like actually insane how easy it is. I never died once. The only times I died were that Dragodon section, and that's just because my control stick was whack.
Alright, makes sense.
Then the last level's kind of... The thing is, like, all the levels are kind of the same. You just go into the parallel world and you do stuff that affects the real world. It's kind of cool, but, like... I felt like by the last level I was kind of getting kind of sick of it.
Alright. I mean, I was getting kind of sick of Chapter 6 from original Paper Mario.
Yeah, that's the same thing. I think it's better because it's just a cool idea.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting.
Maybe we should go into...
Neat. It's a neat idea, and also the boss sucks, but that's pretty much stands for all the bosses. I don't even think I need to talk about them. They're just all bad.
Let's go to
5. This is probably the best part of the game. I would say.
You think it's B?
I don't know. Maybe B.
Because the combat still sucks, still, right?
But the thing is, like, Chapter 5, from what I saw...
Did you have fun?
I actually... I kind of had fun during Chapter 5, actually. I did, actually, on some levels. 2 stages in particular I was legitimately enjoying.
B is very good. B
yeah,
has
that's the thing.
You look at the top of B to the bottom of B, if you put that in B, that means you're going to make 2 B tiers.
Yeah, I'm going to make 2 tiers, hold up. And I'm making 2 Bs right now.
Do you think it's more similar to Boggly Woods than it is to, like, Chapter 7 of Super Mario?
I think it's more similar to Chapter 7 of Super, actually.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna name one of them B+ and B-.
Yeah, do that.
Because, okay, there's 2 levels in particular that I really liked. Toad Train Works, where you have to, like, rebuild the train.
Okay.
Like, go around. There's not much. There's some required battles, but they're not that bad.
Change the colors.
Yeah, you don't have to change its colors. You have to, like, add parts to the train.
No, I mean change the colors of, like, the tier list.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. But yeah, you have to like change the train a bit, like add like different parts to it, which is really interesting. I really like that. And the restaurant level I thought was probably one of the best in the game.
That sounds
pretty much no combat. There's pretty much no combat in this level, but it's like more of a mini game. Like you have to like cook the pizza. You have to you have to jump on it like 20 times. You have to like.
Why purple and that was on it? Why don't you just make it like go down?
Well, the thing is, it's just kind of annoying. It's just whatever.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, B-. B-. Nobody cares, dude.
Yeah.
We'll
put that in B-, and then maybe put some. I think put some stuff from. Put all the stuff up to like put the last 3 of.
These
B+,
last 3.
In my opinion. Yeah, the last 3.
Yeah.
I think they're more the B- thing.
Definitely. I would put them here.
Yeah, just do that.
Alright. I'm gonna remove these things as well, because these are just rankings.
What things?
The very good stuff, because they don't really need to be there.
Why'd you put Paper Mario Chapter 1 to B-? I thought we weren't doing that.
Oh damn. Yeah, I thought you said last 3. But yeah, I think it's B plus probably.
Yeah, you put last 4.
Yeah, last 4. I accidentally did last 4. I think that also the Sunset Express level, the last level where you're on the train, that's pretty fun as well. It doesn't hold a single candle to the XS Express, but that's because it's like one level. But like it's still pretty interesting, and you also get like probably my favorite moment in the entire game here, where you sit in a train. No, I can't. No, I can't.
Okay.
And then you sit in a train car, and you talk to a shy guy, and he like talks to you like about how like he doesn't want to be an enemy, and how like he maybe someday they'll be enemies, or like he knows that like he's a servant to Bowser like for life, and like he just goes like all deep on this. Like I don't remember exactly everything about what he said, but like he goes all deep on this, and he has a little heart to heart with you, and it's great. I love it.
Alright, we'll put that in the tier where stuff actually starts to get good.
I honestly think that the chapter's good. I think it's the only part. I think it's the only part of the game.
Than other stuff in B minus.
Honestly, yeah. It's the only thing I didn't like too much was the first level, and that's just because it was kind of long.
Okay.
Like the first level, you have to jump into a hole to save this cafe manager and stuff.
You think it's better?
And it has really good humor in there. Like the Sniffet throws you in jail, and he says, if you like make any noise, I'm going to, and then he just stops for a second, and then he says, I can't actually do anything to you without raising this game's age rating.
Oh.
Or how you're in like the Sniffet's office, and then like once you get the key, every Sniffet's like, what are you doing? Like they all jump on you just immediately. And also, this is not necessarily funny, but what I found funny is that you lose Huey in like the first part of the mission, but you quickly get him back. But then if you try to use your paint hammer and you realize that Mario realizes he doesn't have Huey, there's just extremely dramatic music, and I just thought it was really funny.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why.
Should we put it above Chapter 7 from TTYD or not? Because let's be honest, their combat still sucks.
No.
But there's a general way.
I'm not doing that. I think the Exxon Fortress is good enough.
Exxon Fortress Dungeon is too good.
This chapter would be way higher if Color Splash actually had good gameplay.
Okay, understandable.
The boss also sucks, but we know the boss sucks.
Of course. So what about Chapter 6?
It's E tier.
E tier?
E tier, it's really boring. Okay, actually.
Alright.
No, actually, I need to think about this for a second. It's either top of E or bottom of D. I think.
Is it half good, half bad?
Okay, so the first two volcano levels, they suck. They're both bad.
Okay.
They're both bad. It's not, and I'm not saying this because my control stick fucked up there, because I spent like 30 minutes trying to get past one section because my control stick was dead. They're just legit. The level is just legitimately just not fun. Both of them are just not fun. There's a mini boss with like a big lava bubble, and it's just super easy because the game showers you in like ice related cards, so you can just kill him and just wail on him and just win. And then then you go to one of the better levels in the game, actually. Well, no, then you go to this forest, and then you use the magnify. No, okay. Getting a little out of order. So you go to the second volcano level, you get a hairdryer, then you go back to the restaurant, then you use the hairdryer to free the magnifying glass, then you use the magnifying glass to like oversize a pipe so you can fight Kamek, and the fight sucks, and it's probably one of the worst in the entire game, and maybe the worst, and because he makes you small, and he also makes it so you can't see your cards, then he makes it so you only have 6 cards, and then he makes it so you have none at all, so you have to battle spin and waste time.
Yeah, okay, that sounds stupid.
Then after that, you get the star, then you go to, this, green energy plant, where you, realize that it has no power, so then you have to go get the battery. If you have the battery already, you should be fine, but I already used the battery at this point, so I had to go back and get it. We go back here, use the battery to give power to the building, and then you go into a Super Mario Bros. 3 inspired level, where you get to, where it's also kind of like Super Paper Mario, you can change perspectives.
Okay.
But you have to like revisit this level like multiple times.
That's kind of annoying.
Which the first time I went through it, I was like, "Yo, this is fun. It reminds me of Super. It's a good game." But then I had to do it like 3 more times, well, 2 more times, in case I had to get
that sucks.
I had to get the red rescue squad toad, and then I realized that I was going the wrong way, and I ran out of paint, so I couldn't change perspectives. Well, I ran out of red paint, so I couldn't change perspective. So then I had to do the level over again to get the hammer and the recorder things. So
do you
it's
think there
a good,
are more good levels?
and then you go through. Okay, then there's another level. You have to go through. It's very linear. It's literally just a hallway for the most part, and with some like theater sections where it plays like some classical music, which is originally composed, but which it's good music. I like how it kind of reminds me of Cuphead.
Okay.
But the entire like level is just kind of really linear. I like the music and vibe of it. It's really pretty, but the rest of the game is really pretty. But the thing is, you have to go through this level 3 times if you want 100%. I'm not going for 100% this playthrough, but like the first time I was in, I had to run through this level 3 times just to like get alternate paths to like different levels. You have to. There's
it's
literally
just like chapter 6.
Yeah, but there's literally like 2 paint stars. They're right next to each other. They're literally right next to each other. You're in this area. You find this toad, and then he's like, "Wow, 2 paint stars!" And then
wow, you want to beat this level twice?
Oh yeah, you want to do it 3 times? There's 3 paint stars in this level. The last one's at the end of the level. You go there and then
get the paint star, then get the other paint star. Just prevent you from having to, go back further and further.
Yeah.
Backtracking.
Yeah. Honestly, I would be
more bad than good in this chapter, because if you think it's more bad.
I think there's more bad for the most part. And then the last level, is a kind of a gauntlet of enemies, and since the battle system kind of sucks, it's not that good.
Sounds pretty neat.
It's not that good, but I really like what like the last level is. It's like a circus, like with Lemmy as like the host, and I think that's really charming.
Okay.
There's like a lot of good dialogue, but like the battle thing is like, oh god, you're battling, which is just tedious. And you're scrolling through cards.
Is it better than World 2? From Color Slash?
I don't know. I think yes, because it has better moments in it. Like the first time you go into that Super Paper Mario like level is really fun.
Okay.
And really interesting, and like the circus is cool. Looking like.
Then just stick it at top of E.
Yeah, top of E probably. So this game definitely fares better than Sticker Star, but I still think it's not that good.
So yeah, maybe we should just like revisit the whole thing.
Yeah.
And see if we with it.
Yeah.
Because
Let's look at the whole. This took a
of
lot longer than I thought.
Better than Chapter 5.
This took a lot longer than I thought. All right, here's the.
It's been over 2 hours.
Yeah, but it's fun. I like it.
Yeah, it has been fun.
All right. What do you think of this tier list now? Because it's pretty much complete.
I think it's pretty much on point with my opinion.
You haven't played Color Splash, but
other than I think TTYD Chapter 5 being below.
Yeah.
Mario Chapter 5. Although that's pretty much that's a very, very close call.
Yeah.
I think they're probably the same in terms of fun, but Chapter 5 had better moments from TTYD.
I agree with you.
And way better bosses.
I definitely agree.
Okay, so if you agree, then maybe it's better.
Yeah, I think it's better looking back at it.
Okay, then let's put it over.
I like TTYD's gameplay as a whole just more as well.
Yeah, TTYD's gameplay is definitely better, and it had better bosses.
Yeah,
and better moments. Although, Chapter 5 from the original, it's just very good. Yeah, there's no backtracking in it.
Yeah, well, there is some, I guess.
Play Chapter 5 of TTO. I think Chapter 5 of TTYD is definitely better on a first playthrough.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you there.
And then on later playthroughs, the Yoshi section does get tedious.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's why I think, other than that, now it pretty much perfectly mirrors my opinion.
Yep, I think this is like
Color Splash, because I have no idea.
Yeah, well, you haven't played it, and you're probably not going to play it. I would say if you could find it at like $20 maybe, but it's not even that worth it.
Got it.
Just buy it safe. Kind of, but like it's not really picking up on the recording.
Okay, I hope it just doesn't appear in the VOD.
This is our tier list. made over like 2 hours, but it was very good.
Here's the final product. Maybe change the colors around now that you have time.
Maybe.